people get banned
Don't
on
do
there for
scare
doing
cam
things.
games.
Fow's been banned. Vernon got banned. I'm
Anyways,
sure some other people got
it
banned.
has
Yeah,
been
Zombie
switched.
did.
Anyway, so next interesting story is that a woman.
Hold on a second. I'm still. You know my terrible memory. Refresh my memory scroll. When was it that you were questioning something possibly being banned?
I remember it's when we were talking about something that Arklum was going to post.
I remember something about that.
What I rarely ever use Twitch. Always Ustream.
Like you were talking about streaming something that was possibly pornographic.
Oh, we were talking
Zombo.
about Flesh Gordon, I
Oh,
think.
Flesh
Yeah,
Gordon.
it's Flesh Gordon.
And we were describing
Yeah.
about how the live stream was the one least likely to get banned.
Yeah. Ustream might not even care. They don't really seem to have heavy moderation towards anything.
I'll probably do Flesh Gordon one day when I get enough balls to try it.
Just do it from a throwaway account. Seriously. Anyway,
And I still say I streamed Dexter. That was all kinds of wrong and also nearly pornographic at times. So
And copyright.
well,
yeah, that
but
too. But
Yeah, but
not too
Flesh
much.
Gordon is wall-to-wall nudity. I mean, even more
yeah, Flesh Gordon
wall-to-wall
is far
nudity.
more because
Then-
Dexter technically has no actual nudity.
Remember
True.
the movie Zeta showed where it was in the forest and it had all those women? It was like the most boob-infested movie he's ever streamed. This-
I don't think I
Flesh
saw that
Gordon-
one.
Forest.
Forest of the
The boob
Boobs.
flew, yeah. Flesh Gordon, like, could triple that. I'm not even
Damn.
overreacting.
What triples that?
Yeah.
23
Also,
or
we seem to
43
have lost
times.
our caps.
Huh?
Or what?
Caps?
We're not like all caps nerds on Skype anymore. Now we're just regular nerds on Skype.
It's on Skype.
Also,
Oh,
do
there
I
we
have
go.
a feeling that we've lost someone? I'm trying to count here.
Candrass, I don't think is here.
Yeah, Candace isn't here.
Oh.
Looks like the only person.
Saludos, amigos.
Oh, by the way, I actually got to go and see Expendables 3 already. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Any good?
Oh, I freaking loved it. But then
There's
again,
lots of things blow up.
I love 80s inspired old school action movies, so I thought I was going to hate it because they took it down to PG-13, which made me pull some hair out. But it's still a lot of fun. Just now, there's not puffs of CGI blood every 5 minutes, and they don't get to yell the F word every 3 minutes.
I bet you. How many of you actually pay attention to Newgrounds?
Well,
None.
None
Me.
of us.
Cricket.
Well, today is a rather infamous day. It's Clock Day.
Huh?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Clock Day is one of those days in which
I know what that is.
the clock crew comes out of hiding and spams the portal with absolute garbage.
Who the fuck is the clock crew?
Clock
Bunch of
Tower Day.
trolls.
It's something on Newgrounds.
Okay, so it's an entirely
We've
new
already
grounds
established that.
Clock Tower Day would be better. The day the
I
Scissor
agree.
Man comes.
Today, a bunch of midgets run around with scissors.
Yeah.
No.
That'd be the
This is-
best day.
Clock Tower
This-
3 had
This
2
is the
midgets.
day. This is the day in which a bunch of, and I'm going to use this term, morons, come on Newgrounds, spam the portal with absolute junk. Like we're talking screamers, things that don't work,
They're
on
trolls.
purpose.
Who cares?
They're trolls.
Today is the
gets
day when
obsessed?
Newgrounds is exactly the same as it is every other day, except slightly more.
Who gets
I
I
obsessed
still haven't
with
checked
Newgrounds
Newgrounds
anymore?
yet.
I mean, who gets obsessed
Why
with
do you
Newgrounds
still
anymore?
check Newgrounds? Like,
Yeah,
move
squirrel.
past 2003.
Well, Newgrounds, give them credit. Newgrounds does actually sometimes have extremely good stuff there. It's just
And they also
you have to
have
sort
really
through
bad
all the
stuff.
crap.
Yeah, we're talking like the 1%.
Yeah, well,
Here.
there's still a lot of stuff there when you
And that
when you
one
have
is
as much
generous.
stuff as there is.
That- That 1%, however, is something that you actually really want to see. It's good. Like, people that actually really try.
Like more truck simulator games?
No.
In this day and age, though, is it still just at
More Fappy
Newgrounds?
Birds.
Can you
so-
not find it also at Congregate or about 10 dozen other?
You probably
Sim-
can, but not all of the other ones allow rating. by
Well, I will say
users.
this much: Newgrounds is actually really implementing Unity flashes now, or I guess you
Oh,
can't even call them
good.
flashes. Unity programs.
That's supposed to be a
Interesting.
good thing.
Well, it could bring
Unity
about a new
process
type.
Flash.
So
As a
so what? You have
Flash
so what we have
though?
like so what we have lots of games like Legend of the Eight Pages or Slender the 8 Pages or Pages the Finding of or
Not nearly that bad.
No,
Some
I
of
don't
them
think so.
have
You have
just
to-
been really simple.
or something
and
where you have
almost
to find so many of a thing and there's a thing following you.
I don't think we'll get that many of those. I think those have actually semi-died out-ish. That them as being a fad is at least partially moved on again.
Yes, but here's the problem. Why I have the problem with the clock
Hi,
crew is that
Kendra.
they
Hey,
were
Kendra.
is that
Oh, hey, Kendra.
they are a fad that refuses to
Oh,
die.
hello,
Hey,
Candace.
Candace.
Oh,
Well,
hello,
they're just a
Candace.
troll group.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
nobody cares about the clock crew. Let's talk about something that's people
Saga
care about.
BG.
Anyway, so
I
there was a
always do
woman
that.
arrested in in a South Carolina grocery store for using the F word
Uh-oh.
after her husband squished the bread with frozen pizzas.
It's funny because I was talking with Sylvie.
Wait, arrested?
Are you
Yes.
Yes,
serious?
arrested.
Are you
I was talking with
serious?
Sylvie
Yes.
before we started on Portal 2.
Why?
He must have been
Why?
reading from the exact same list that you're getting these from. He mentioned that one to me.
I'm sure it's been spread all over the place. Is the thing.
How
Oh,
did
yeah.
that work out? She
I
said
didn't
fuck,
saw
and then
this
somebody was
I don't
like,
know, maybe
"Oh
she
my
was in
God,
Utah
what, a
or
cell
something.
phone?"
I
And-
asked
I'd
the
rather-
same question. Read the whole story. It makes a little bit more sense. They're kind of being purposefully misleading with their headline.
Oh, okay.
So did she raise a much bigger ruckus than simply saying, "Ah, fuck"?
Did she say it
So-
multiple times?
Not that I can see. It seems.
Did she run around the entire grocery store screaming the one word repeatedly enough
think-
to
It
make
It apparently
children's
is just
ears
that
bleed?
the main
think
key
she
is
did,
just that the
Sapple.
city that it was in has a very broad disorderly conduct definition.
She probably got into a big argument with somebody.
Not
a
that I
big-
can see. It's just so I don't know exactly what was going on with that one.
Well, maybe you got a different story that didn't explain it as well. Hold on.
Perhaps.
Because she's just raising a big
Let me
old
check
ruckus
this
from
one.
the bread being squished. It's quite easy to say, "Ah, dang, can we grab another loaf? This one got ruined."
That's what most
Okay, so
normal
let's
people do.
let me go
You
back. Let me
can't
read
put-
the thing in full. So let's
Put
see.
squished bread in the toaster.
So Daniel Wolf was not having a good night. His cousin kept squishing the bread in their cart by putting frozen pizzas on top of it, and
They
Wolf
just
expressed her
kept doing
displeasure at the
All
situation.
night.
And
it's-
apparently-
I'm reading from an article that
The
says
bread.
she swore at her husband for recklessly tossing frozen pizzas on top of the bread in their cart in front of their kids. Another shopper heard her potty mouth and confronted her about it. And then
Which
Why?
she said,
That's
"No, I said that to my husband," and tried to explain. The other shopper called the cops.
that
Yeah,
seems
sir.
like a very strange reaction to this shit.
that seems like an
Yes.
overreaction.
That is just weird.
Well, I
Yeah,
hate to see
Wolf
what you would
was-
have done if he had squished the eggs.
That would be
Wah,
terrible.
wah,
That would have
wah.
been terrible.
Wolf was taken outside, questioned, and eventually arrested for disorderly conduct.
It still sounds real.
That's all
Yeah, that
kinds of
doesn't really
stupid.
explain anything.
Well, near as I can tell, she cursed in front of. She cursed at her husband. Somebody else heard it, confronted her about that swearing, and tried to, I guess, get her to stop or
I need to switch to
you know,
my
just, like,
computer now.
accuse
What?
her of doing
All
it.
right.
Yep.
See ya later.
What?
Also, this is
Because
a
I
bit
need to go
old.
misguided.
This one is even dumber, apparently. Dad runs from police to pause Madden video game after child found wandering.
What?
So,
Could you say that again.
Running from police, which you should never do.
Okay, so here's the description.
Oh, shoot.
I don't really want to read the headline again because it's a
Doesn't
difficult
really
way to
tell
actually
you
describe
exactly what's going on there.
it. Yeah, so apparently Okay, so apparently a 2-year-old girl was found in a onesie was wandering the streets alone on Monday.
Never a
And-
good
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Something happens. Not just necessarily problem. Parent gets distracted, whatever. There's no explanation for what happened there. But anyway, so then the woman brought the toddler inside her home and waited for the police to arrive, because she wanted to keep her from wandering into the road. And apparently
Usually
when
a
the
good thing.
officers arrived, so did the girl's father. But almost immediately after that, the father took off running back to his apartment, and this is the quote, he left his Madden game unpaused and needed to pause the game.
Priorities.
Oh, okay, I see that. That sounds stupid.
Yes.
At first, it just sounded almost rather normal.
No, I don't think the idea of running away from police for that is sensible. And then we have an interesting one, not necessarily funny, but interesting.
Ooh, interesting.
So there was a incident in Britain where a pilot briefly lost control of a passenger plane because his artificial arm became detached from the control yoke while landing.
That's not funny. That's terrifying.
No, they were already right there on the ground, so it wasn't.
Withholding is one word.
Was that? What did you say?
You
Did
forgot to
somebody-
capitalize I.
What?
Is somebody drunk already?
Is somebody saying something?
So Flappy
I-
Bird is both
It's-
capitals.
What are you talking
Are you
about?
talking to somebody else?
I'm talking to my brother.
Okay.
Okay.
But
But yeah, the arm. So I was just reading that one just because I found it interesting. I wasn't saying it was funny. It was just interesting.
Here's one
Oh
that's
god, Pest is taking over the chat.
I guess he was disarmed.
Ha 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 ha. This one I like.
Wait, Fernan has one, guys.
Okay, go on.
yeah. This one is kind of makes you question certain business practices. The Union Street Guest House in Hudson, New York, a hotel, is now fining people $500 for every negative review posted online on any website
What
by
the
one
fuck?
of their guests.
How could they get away with
I'm
that?
not sure that's legal.
That's illegal. That's illegal. It has to be.
Yes, that doesn't sound legal at all. They don't have the authority to fine people for the shit they do online.
That would get left out of court.
And I have the right to completely ignore their fine.
Actually, I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure you could.
Well, yeah,
And if
they
they tried
they
to sue
definitely
you-
don't have any legal authority to fine you because that's
Yeah.
because by definition a fine is a legal thing.
This, this,
They-
this
You- it's quite possible though, that when they say fine, they mean more a fee,
And
which
the-
they still
$500
wouldn't be
is
able
a
to
little bit
justify
hard.
charging because you'd have to really have something weird in order to be able to justify charging that.
this sounds
Yeah.
like almost like this
Just
could become a.
improve their
This,
hotel services.
The
This-
only
this
way
is
that
just-
they can argue that would be that their actions are resulting in less
Property
revenue
damage.
for them.
Which
But-
still wouldn't justify
That's the
being able to
idea
charge
of
a
a
fee
review.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main culprit here seems to be Yelp. The Yelp page for this hotel was already full of one-star reviews even before they started this fine stuff. But they do agree to give you your money back if the negative review is taken offline.
Yeah,
so it's
no.
censorship. It's censorship.
But not
Exactly.
sensible censorship, because that's just going to make their problem worse.
I wouldn't pay it, and I would just leave my.
Gee,
shit on.
it's almost like this is getting them onto front page news on certain
Only
websites.
some of our rooms have
In a
bed
way
bugs.
that
You can
would
feel
make
free
no one want
stay
to go
here.
there. Is the problem. It's like if they have so
Yeah.
many bad reviews that they're having that they're trying to combat it, that really doesn't make anyone want to stay there ever.
In
Yeah,
that
the-
instance, they should get off. They should stop being fucking lazy and change their policies or something, or I don't know,
Oh,
maybe
wow, wait a
clean
minute,
the
wait a minute.
place.
Hold
Some
on.
people
Wait a
like to
minute.
whisper
Hold on. Everyone, shut up.
all around our hotel.
Explain more.
Apparently, it's not anybody that gets fined. Like, if it's wedding couples, people that host either a reception or wedding couples that stay there. The wedding couples are the ones who are charged the fine
Why?
if any of their friends or family leave the negative reviews.
What?
That's still stupid.
That's
and now it's
just
even
getting
more
stupider.
censored.
Well, no, it's just getting stupider.
That's just dumb.
Wow.
Dumb and Dumber.
Here, try turning down a fan or something.
Okay,
your
so
biggest fan-
I've got another interesting one here. A Pastafarian fights insurance company to let him wear a colander for his driving license picture.
Because that's how they can control your mind if you don't.
A
More
colander.
power to you, my man.
So he claims his religious beliefs with the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster mean that he must wear a
this is a
A
colander on his
religion
head,
based entirely on being a fake religion,
It's a
which
joke.
makes
It's
it
gotta
different
be a
from
joke.
any other religion. How?
Did you say
in that they are
wait,
self-acknowledging that they are in fact
That's
Yes.
true.
Did you
fake.
say flying?
Other
I was
religions
hoping he was
actually have
afraid
fake.
aliens were trying to get
Did-
into his mind.
Did
This
you
is
say
actually a freaking religion.
Yes, but there's nothing to
Never heard of
prevent
the
it from.
It's a
Pastafarians?
religion created entirely on the basis of mocking other religions.
Exactly.
Did
They
you
are
say-
the people who worship the flying spaghetti monster.
They say, oh, you believe in God based on nothing at all? Well, we believe in this, based on the fact that we want to be annoying to you.
Sounds like
That's
almost
exactly
like
what it is.
Sounds like almost like an extreme atheist.
It's
I also
basically what it
noticed that
is.
there's an
Essentially.
interesting one linked here. This is not actually funny, but it's an interesting one. There
Basically,
is
that line that atheists cross over from being, just, I believe in nothing, leave it at that, and I believe in nothing,
believe in
and everybody else who does believe in something, I am going to hate.
well, they're not hating them. They're just believing in something silly. There's
They're
nothing
making
which
fun of them.
espouses
Do they really
hate
believe?
there.
No, they don't really believe. That's the whole point.
It's them being
I'm not
stuck up,
sure about
yeah.
that. There's probably some people who actually do, just because there's
And they have
people
missed
everywhere.
the entire point of the fake religion.
Of course,
Yeah.
but missing the point of things is half the thing of the internet.
And the
True.
religion. Yeah.
Anyway, so the actual interesting thing is that there is an... Let's see, when was this posted? This is in June 22nd. That there's a building which is planned to be built in the heart of Berlin, which is a synagogue, a church, and a mosque under the same roof.
That won't work.
Why not?
You can't get those three religions to cooperate.
And
They don't
yet
have
they're
to
already
talk
planning on
about
doing
with
it.
neighbors.
I think that's the point.
And yet they're already planning on doing it. There's nothing that prevents those religions from being able to
Again,
cooperate.
Squirrel, it's in the middle of, where did you say, Berlin?
Yes, Berlin.
Yeah, not Jerusalem.
Yes, that would probably cause significantly more problems.
Well, here's the thing. Those three religions don't mix. They just
They
I
don't
know, I know what I
negatively
mean.
mix either.
They came from the same Abrahamic covenant, but they don't mix.
Sure they do.
The people in it absolutely despise each other.
No, they don't.
Some of them do, but not all of them.
Yes, most of the normal ones are fine. And apparently, I
Not
noticed
everyone
this
is
one.
an extremist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I noticed also. I noticed this other one. Apparently, one of the most read in news on this page, which is mirror.co.uk, The third most read story is that Japanese sex dolls are now so lifelike they're being mistaken for the real thing.
No.
What?
I'm just reading the news
there's
story.
no.
I call hacks.
How are they being mistaken for the real thing? They're not up walking
So
around
they're
and talking,
being
are they?
mistaken for what?
Because that would
they
be terrifying.
I mean, I could see maybe if somebody takes it out for a cab ride and somebody not knowing that that's a fake person at a distance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the principle is that you can't tell.
Why
You
would
can't tell if you don't. If basically, if you just see them briefly out of the corner of your eye, you won't be able to tell.
Why would
So you
Obviously,
go
if
up
you-
and poke it and
It's-
realize, hey,
Oh,
this
yeah,
thing
well,
has
no,
no
I mean,
body
if-
heat.
Even if you
What?
just look at it for a few seconds, you'll see it's not moving.
Why
But
would
if you don't know that much, or if you see it out of the corner of your eye, you won't
Is
be
your
able to
wife
tell.
okay? She seems to have this blank fixed stare into nothing. Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
or it's just she seems to have this blank fixed stare into nothingness. Is she distracted by Justin Bieber?
Why would you take your lifelike blow up doll?
I don't fucking know. I'm just reading the story.
That gives me all kinds of great ideas. I'm doing a weekend at Bernie's type thing. You just
That
go
would be
shop-
interesting.
Just go shopping.
be
with your
amazing.
lifelike blow up doll, tie.
Not blow
her-
up doll. No, not blow up dolls.
Well, you know what I mean.
No,
The
like real
lifelike
dolls.
sex doll,
Yeah, these are much
And-
more expensive, high
and-
quality shit.
and tie her foot
You know, like the ones in Ghost in the Shell.
and tie her foot to your foot so it looks like
Except
she's
you can't
walking
put, like,
alongside of you,
You know,
like they do
programming
in
inside of them to
in
make
the
them
Bernie's.
move.
And just
Not
go
yet.
shop
This is
with
Japan.
it.
We're talking
Although
about here.
actually, I have seen prototypes where they are
Prototypes.
actually capable of moving.
Actually, I've seen something on
Full-fledged
YouTube.
sex bots on the rise, huh?
I
Only
saw
in Japan.
something.
Going mad with their mouse.
Yeah, somebody is clicking the shit.
Anyway,
out of the mouse.
apparently,
Is
so in
someone playing
another
Cookie Clicker?
story, which I find amusing, racist mom jailed for covering black neighbor with flour and telling her you are white now.
I could see that. The arresting part, at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is also from Britain, apparently.
And we thought
So she
America
was
stupid.
put in jail for 33 weeks for covering her black neighbor with a mixture of flour and water and telling her you are now white British.
Good grammar you have.
Right, British.
And some people
I
think that
have-
shit's only in America.
Uh,
No,
I have
Oh, I've got something. I found.
Apparently, let's see. Apparently they were friends at one point, but then their relationship
or-
cooled, and then
Then she decided to become racist.
yeah.
Out of nowhere. She's just like, I'm bored with my life. I need a change. I'm going to start
me-
hating black people.
To me, it sounded like they were just fighting because of other things.
Well,
And
yeah.
their fight led to that, and she just said that talking shit. She wasn't really, racist. That's what it sounds
Well,
like.
no, she admitted that they were racially aggravated harassment. So she admitted that they were racially motivated.
Hmm.
So there's no. So I mean, otherwise it would just be a dispute between the two people. Except that you can't really explain how throwing flour and water over her and then saying you are now white British comes out of that.
Mhm.
You can't justify that as part of just an argument with each other.
Nope.
And this is apparently.
I've got something for
You
you.
left the fridge open. Bam! Flour on you.
Yes.
It could have been a
Flower.
trap, like in Home Alone.
I've got
could've
something.
been.
Go for it.
Oliver Berdinsky is fighting for the right to have a sexual relationship with his dog.
Huh.
That probably
That
will
sounds-
fail.
That sounds like the
You
best
think
thing ever.
so? You think that'll fail? I don't know. Oh, God.
Oliver Berdinsky, a zoophile, is in relationship with his 11-year-old dog,
What?
Joey. The German man is now fighting
So
against
he's
the
a zoophile
2012
and a pedophile.
I don't think he should be owning a dog.
I don't
is
think
now
you should
fighting
be a-
against a 2012 law that made bestiality illegal in 2012, which overturned a 1996 law that legalized sex between human and animals in
That's
Germany.
really
I
damn
think you
sad.
should be in a
Wait, they
little
actually
room.
legalized that for a period of time?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Why would
Okay.
have sex with any animal they own?
Well, this is an interesting one.
Actually, it's
For one,
surprising.
most animals would not physically be able to without severe injury with humans.
So this is now this one I am just going to this one makes a lot more sense when you read the context, so I am just going to read the headline. Police seek bearded lady as witness in mermaid attack.
What?
That is
What?
awesome. Was it the circus come to town one day?
What?
The circus went to town one day and then
Bearded lady as witness in mermaid attack.
Yes.
Now, there's a question. Was the mermaid attacked, or was it a mermaid that attacked somebody?
The mermaid was the one being attacked.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Yes. As I said, if I give you all the context, it'll make sense.
Zeta.
What do you say?
Just popping in to say bestiality is legal in several states, except that they'll probably just get you for animal cruelty. Okay, bye.
Zeta,
It's,
And yeah, I'm
it's
sure-
actually
was Zeta just waiting in the
Oh,
shadows,
this is-
waiting,
It's actually bestiality, not bestiality.
waiting for somebody
yeah.
to bring up
It's actually-
bestiality?
It's
Zeta's
actually
always
surprising
watching.
because I read something online that it was the statistics say that about 80% of girls between the age of 15 and 20, if they own a dog, will have sex with it at least once.
What?
80%. That sounds like a bullshit number.
That's way too
Yeah.
high.
That sounds like something someone made up.
That sounds like something somebody just pulled right out of their ass. Also, please mute your mic.
Who's doing that?
I'm gonna say something that was basically done as a way to say, yeah, what I'm doing is justified.
Hmm?
Eyes twitch.
What?
You
And
switch.
The bullshit number basically saying, because, like, it's justified. This is how many people do it.
What?
Yeah, it's an asshole number, pretty much.
Asshole number?
Like the statistic that 90% of all people just make up percentages.
Yes.
Exactly. It stinks
This
of
is-
bullshit.
I like this one. Australian hospital accidentally declares 200 patients dead.
How did they
Oh.
accidentally?
How do you...
They were apparently the result of an inadvertent change to the templates the hospital sends to doctors once a patient has been discharged.
So a computer error of master proportions.
So somebody
No,
who
not
is
the
used to
computer
pressing
itself.
the one option for patient is discharged and alive, the option now changed to dead.
Presumably, yes. Chances are it just defaulted to selecting dead as the option instead of living, and nobody remembered to uncheck it because they weren't
Well,
used to it.
that's stupid.
Bring out your
It's
dead.
ridiculous. Well, tiny
Bring out
little
your
computer
dead.
errors are very common to make when you deploy.
At
something
least
new.
it's easy to reverse that.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yeah,
just
but-
correct the records.
In
Done.
most hospitals, they
Yeah,
just
just
shove
as
Were
long
these
as it
200
has-
people really
10
dead?
papers at the
No.
people to fill out in 5 minutes. So
Yeah, the
It
problem
all
is.
depends on which computers those computers are talking to. If
Uh-huh.
it has reached, the census areas or the hospitals talking to any banks they may have, any...
As far as I can tell, no. It was only
Etc.
the notices sent to the clinics.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Well,
literally just that the actual letter template or something similar to that had gotten changed somehow.
Here's my problem with it. If it automatically is set as a default to dead, that's not a good.
Well,
thing.
I'm sure that
That's
it was
not
an
a good
That's
accidental.
just an example. That's not.
Yeah, I was just pulling
hold
that
on,
out as
hold
an
on,
example of
hold
what
on.
could have happened.
Hold on. That's not a good template to start with because that just says bad things about your hospital.
No, the
That
It
principle
says
saves a
the
lot of
default-
time if somebody is dead. First question: Is he dead? Yes.
I'm sure
Done.
that it's more just a
No
check.
further
There's a lot of
investigation
advantages
needed.
if you're dead.
My
You
example
have
was
to
just
pay
to indicate an
taxes.
example of a change where something which used to default to not dead changes to defaulting to dead and nobody noticed.
No
That
further
was my
questions
point.
needed on
Not
prognosis.
even the people who were alive.
Exactly. And next, Woman accused of poisoning boyfriend having sex with German Shepherds. There is a comma in there. It doesn't mean that that she was poisoning the boyfriend who was having sex with them. No, she was accused of both poisoning them
So the
and
woman
having
who
sex with
poisoned
them.
her boyfriend is having sex with German Shepherds.
Exactly.
So in other
Okay.
words, it's poison ivy.
So apparently she was arrested after
What do
police...
shepherds have to do with Ivy?
I have no idea.
No, poison ivy, the character.
Oh.
She never had sex with dogs.
No. Where are you
She had-
talking about pulling stuff out of your ass? Where'd you get that from, Charles?
90%
don't
of
know,
all
woman
DC
and-
comics involve dog sex.
Woman, poison. My brain just made the connections. You know I have lots of short circuits.
Apparently the woman Walters had been says that told her boyfriend that she had been having sex with dogs since she was 14 years old.
See, that just helps validate that
80%
that poll
story. There you
earlier.
go.
Yeah.
No. That was saying like 15, wasn't it?
Between 15 and 20.
I was just
Yeah.
making a
See, she was
joke anyway.
14.
Really?
And here's another one. Woman arrested for engaging in intimate act with lawn chairs.
What are the statistics on that?
You should do
I
that
don't know.
inside.
Who keeps a lawn chair inside? Come on.
That actually reminds me of something that keeps coming up on that What the Fuck Is Wrong With You series.
You heard me.
There's been a man arrested a number of times now for having sex with a pool toy.
A pool
Never
toy.
in his own pool.
I can't drink.
Okay.
Get
There's
those
the little
ones
bit
shaped
of
like
extra bit.
orcas.
There's the extra bit you need to know how the hell that becomes an arrest-worthy thing.
Really.
Well,
And this
obviously
was-
that guy needs privacy fences so people can't look in there
You're
and call the
supposed to have
police
a
on.
privacy fence around the pool.
Right, but like I said, never in his own pool, so always
Oh.
in somebody else's pool.
Oh,
Yes,
If
that's
he
where
got
the problem is.
okay. Now that makes
Oh.
sense.
Yes, that's where the arrests are
no.
coming in. It's not in their own. So So here's one. This is in Seattle. So public nudity by
Seattle.
itself will not get you arrested. But
What yourself?
what?
Sorry, repeat
Wait.
that.
Okay, public
No.
nudity by itself will not get you arrested in Seattle.
Ah.
But this apparently extremely intoxicated 33-year-old woman wandered into a yard and then hiked up her dress and engaged in an intimate act with several lawn chairs. She then began urinating on the lawn before, quote, quite purposefully exposing her genitalia and then posterior to the family inside the home.
She's just marking her territory.
No one better do that to my lawn chairs.
Let's see if there's
Yes,
any more interesting ones.
Crystal,
Wasps
this-
like to nest on my lawn chairs, so I'm not going to do that.
Crystal, this is the stuff we talk about, so get used to it.
And one final one from me, since I actually know when to stop going through more and more and more. In Bluffton, South Carolina, a man broke through the brick wall of a convenience store, picked up a 12-pack of beer, and left the way he came.
Did he shout, "Oh
Was he the
yeah,"
late one?
at the time?
And
Oh,
not
weird.
on the security camera, but maybe he might have done that on his way out. Who knows?
Or maybe it was, oh, yeah, because he was drunk off his ass,
And
possibly.
How did
unfortunately,
he
the
break through the brick wall?
that is an incredibly good question.
Maybe he used
Probably
a
a car.
Unfortunately,
truck.
the article doesn't say how he broke through the brick wall.
That's
just
an
that-
important piece of information. Like,
Yeah,
if he
Because, I
broke
mean,
through
if
his
he
fist,
did
this
so
guy's
with
tough.
nothing but his gut, just like Kool-Aid Man style.
That's the
Maybe he was the
ultimate.
Incredible Hulk.
And police are still
Or
on the
Mr.
lookout for him. He was caught by the security camera, but he did have the sense to put a black rag over his face.
Oh, what?
So they
Black
have
rag?
not yet apprehended him.
This guy is
So-
obviously a badass.
Okay, I think that there's only a few more, and then I'm gonna stop.
Alright.
These are the ones that are most amusing. So one of these is
Not like the other.
No. Just one of these is pretty amusing. A Colorado Republican, quote, fracking is okay. It's natural for water to burn. Indians used it for warmth.
What?
Okay, let me read a little more detail here. A Colorado Republican state senator justified the practice of hydraulic fracturing, commonly known as fracking, by saying that the presence of burnable amounts of methane gas in drinking water is a perfectly natural phenomenon. In fact, he said, the Indians used it for warmth in the wintertime many years ago.
What?
Did they really?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we have natural hot springs here. I'm pretty sure the Apache used those, but not methane from fracking.
Yeah, no.
That sounds like one of those made-up statistics.
What's the other story you had there?
I am not in the back pocket of the fracking industry or the oil companies.
Here is another
50
one
eyes.
here. Here's another amusing one. A Florida man attacks pregnant lady with a cheeseburger.
Are you sure he just wasn't trying to feed her?
Eat it! Eat it! Why won't you eat it, damn it?
I will mention that What the Fuck Is Wrong With You show, Florida is kind of an in-joke with them since so many of their stories come from
Yes.
Florida.
Florida, yes.
Apparently,
Or
it's
Arkansas.
shit be crazy down in Florida.
Or Arkansas.
Have you ever been in Arkansas, Cheryl?
My grandpa was born in Arkansas. And so was my grandmother. So yes, I
Here's
visited
an
them a
interesting
lot.
one.
It wasn't Mayor McCheese or Officer Big Mac, was he?
This
Or
is an
maybe it was a
interesting.
hamburglar. Trying to destroy the evidence.
No, I don't. This is an interesting one in China, I think, which is a woman accused a store in Gangshui, Hubei province of selling her fake pesticide on Sunday after the chemical liquid failed to kill her during a suicide attempt.
What?
Sounds legit.
Well then.
Yeah, you should only buy pesticides from certified retailers.
However, what failed to kill her only made her angrier. Quote, I wanted to complain. I can't believe that I'd run across fakes even when drinking pesticide. Media reported Chen as saying.
We are coming on a time when even the artificial is
Maybe she
artificial.
just mixed the pesticide
Apparently,
up.
they
You
were
have to
in fact
use
real, but
pesticide-
had been expired for several months.
Well, just tell her to go jump out a window or something.
And this is the last one I found that was particularly amusing,
She
which is
paid good money for pesticides.
yes.
It's China. If you jump out a window there, you're more likely to land on someone's roof.
Well, that would be true in any city, really.
Not in mine.
Or
So-
mine.
Here's the last. Well, your
Sorry,
things don't really
buildings
count
go
as
above
cities.
Don't go above
Girl!
3-story.
That's not really a city then.
Okay,
So here's the
continue, Bill.
final. So here's the final one I found here, which is bungling thief caught after he accidentally disturbed wasp nest while urinating.
Ouch.
Good job.
So you
So
was,
apparently,
Don't piss the wasps off.
exactly.
Don't piss on the angry wasp.
Don't piss on the pissed off wasps.
Wasps are always pissed off.
And
though.
he purposely found the one
Yeah.
wasp nest that was close to the ground.
so he was
Apparently, he had to get taken to a hospital because of the injury sustained.
I
can
bet.
I would
I
imagine
could just
so.
imagine him like peeing into the air to get a wasp nest.
Well, no, there was a bush which had a wasp nest in it.
and you
Okay,
said
so
he was
he-
a burglar?
Well, he was a burglar. This is during his getaway,
Not
apparently.
anymore.
So wait, during his getaway he stops to piss?
Then he goes
Apparently.
in the bush.
When you gotta go,
instead of-
you gotta go.
And you apparently got to go into a wasp nest.
You think he could hold that shit until he
I don't know.
get
Wasp nests
away?
are kind of deceiving. They can really be anywhere, you know.
We have one right under our back porch. They're actually
should
quite
get-
docile. I've actually
You
been
should get
able
rid
to
of that.
get close to them.
You should call someone to remove that.
I
all
walked by
girls.
one and they stung me in the head. I didn't do anything to them.
They've been there for quite a
Docile
while.
my ass.
Yeah,
Depends on the
wasps
wasp
are
species,
kind of
really.
jerks.
It
They've
really
been there for-
depends hugely on the species that you're dealing with.
Depends. Yeah, it depends on the.
Yeah.
kind
So
of
why?
wasp.
So how come they fly up in your face and they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna bother me, are you?"
The red wasps are fucking aggressive as hell.
I
Yeah.
actually saw something the other day.
Anyway,
that
I think it's time that we read stuff now. So,
Yes.
which comics do we have left, Vern?
And
Nestor's
Yellow
Adventures.
Jackets wrote the
Oh, right, we
story.
were still on Nestor's. That's right.
And I
Yep.
don't get this.
Are we going to continue doing Nestor?
Yeah, we should.
I
We're
don't
not
mind.
that far from finished.
The Nestor ones aren't.
Which one were we on last
Oh.
time?
We're now on page
we
58,
got to
I
the
believe.
point where it was no longer Howard and Nestor and just Nestor.
I think
I
that's
think we're on
before
page
page 58.
49, I think the F-Zero
Yeah,
one.
I think we were on 49.
So now is this one character?
Okay, here we
There
are.
we go. Bees versus wasps.
Oh
Yeah. It's always Nestor will be in every single one, but there's always other people, usually from whatever game he's interacting with.
So we'll just randomize to find out who's going to be Nestor, starting off as Nestor this time.
It actually was scary because I went to the park a couple days ago, and there was these wasps that were like 2 inches long, and they were like huge, and they had holes in the ground where they were living in, like they were underground wasps, and one of them stung a cicada and killed it, and then dragged it into the hole in front of me.
Okay, so
Damn.
we've got Arklon's randomizer here. So we got Fern.
Okay, so which comic are we on? Because I wasn't here the whole week.
Kendra
Oh my
speaks.
god, no will mean Toad voice, by the way.
Ugh.
We're on Nestor. I forget which one.
So
Oh, yeah, the
the
reason I
Fern,
say
Bell,
this is
Canvas,
We
Ark,
have been
Fowl,
walking down this balcony,
Lily,
our little balcony, for weeks, and they have not left their nest. They just sit there. I've
I
been
think
able to
Again,
that's
get
everyone. Okay.
Different
Oh, purple.
species
I like-
of wasps will have different reactions to humans.
Yeah.
I like
so-
foul.
Yeah, whatever wasps have been coming onto my back porch, they are extremely aggressive. I literally moved a table and went back inside, and these wasps were just surrounding this table as if waiting for it to do something else.
Okay, let's find out who is Nestor first.
Any change around their
Lily!
habitat
God damn it.
So like,
You
just
jinxed
set them right
yourself.
off.
Yep, you did. That one's all you.
Did
Hold
it
your
really land on
horses.
Lily, or are you just trolling her, Bell?
Didn't you see on the stream?
Well, you're a little.
He sees on the screen 30 seconds after.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Stuff
Okay,
I'm
well you'll see it in a
listening
minute.
Yep, it was Lily.
God dang it.
Let me see the wheel here.
Also, I did not think to check the new arc wheel.
Cries.
The new arc where,
The
oh,
new arc wheel
what?
is much like the old arc wheel.
The only change is that
That's
now
already
Oh
gone.
My God No is always going to appear.
So what
Yeah.
happens when somebody else gets, oh my god, no, when they're using that? They
You have to decide what the hell Oh My God No means.
They gotta suddenly stream a bad movie out of random?
No, if we had gotten Oh My God No,
They
that
have to
would mean
show
that I would have to do.
Killer Pinata.
That means it would have to be someone doing Toad voice for Nestor.
No.
Oh my god, no.
Exactly. It's whatever is the worst possible outcome. That's always what Oh My God No means.
I could sound
I'm
like
glad
I
I
could
don't
try to
use the
sound
randomizer for my streams anymore.
Well,
I
you
could try to
never
sound
needed it
like
in the
Herbert.
first place.
You're gonna have to give me the link for that.
So pretty much
It's Arc
Bill,
Randomizer.
pretty much Bill,
Here,
you
let me-
ruined,
Yeah,
you
1 second.
ruined
Yeah. See,
My
saying it's
randomizer.
arc randomizer doesn't mean anything.
Sorry, yeah, forgot.
so pretty much you ruined my and randomizer.
No, he made it
you're-
better.
No.
And somebody quit flicking a lighter or whatever. you're
It
doing.
wasn't working. It wouldn't turn on and my candle went out.
Lily, you and Fire do not get along. Please stop doing that.
Although
No,
actually
seriously,
saying,
she
although I will
tried-
note that saying
she'll
Arc
light-
Randomizer
she'll-
for my stuff actually does mean something because any other Dropbox link from me you have can just be modified by putting that there. because all of mine are using the old public folder sharing system.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I just realized. Fernan, does Crystal actually have these comics? I mean, that's going to be kind of important.
No, I don't. I don't have them.
Oh, yeah.
That would
Didn't
probably
even
be a good
realize she
idea.
was still with us.
Well, what
When
we're
did you
doing
get
now-
back? 'Cause-
I'm
Actually,
gonna
she
get
got
me a
back
drink
like
now.
maybe 10, 15 minutes ago.
Oh well. Here you go.
I just realized who's Crystal. I don't think I've seen her before.
She is a new
Sephiroth
person.
Edie.
Oh, okay. That's
It's Spheroth Eevee.
Yes, Spheroth Eevee.
Spheroth.
I'm guessing she didn't spell it right.
I'm assuming it was deliberate.
Spheroth.
I'm assuming it was deliberate because Sephiroth is silly.
Oh, shut up.
Well, Spheroth is
Nope.
much better. Spheroth is. I like to imagine that Spheroth is what happens when Sephiroth eats way too much food and becomes spherically fat.
Spiroth Vaporeon. Got it.
Yes, anyway. So, we are on F-Zero with Nestor.
F-Zero with Nestor. What page is that?
49.
49.
Page 49. Put your randomized values in here, one per line, then click the spin button.
The download is going so slow.
Well, that would be due to your own internet.
This is probably the worst insult I've seen in a long time, by the way, on this page. Calling a person doink.
What about Goonwad?
I don't know. He does kind of look like a doink, whatever that is.
Goonwad is
I mean,
still
Goonwad's pretty
better,
up
and
there.
it's still a better insult than doink.
Actually,
have
that kind
I
of
don't
looks
know.
like a
If I were to
blonde
picture
George
a
W.
doink,
Bush
it kind of would look like what that guy looks like.
who hasn't shaved in a while.
Yeah, he's got stubble.
He does. He kind of looks like a blonde George W. Bush there. If you just made him
Yeah!
smiling and
Well,
gave him
new
gray
color.
hair instead, and made it so where he wasn't going Super Saiyan Vegeta.
So 8 pages? Okay.
Yes.
What?
So take 8 pages before we switch.
Maybe since there's
Oh,
only
yeah,
one main
that-
character, we should do less than 8.
Yeah, let's do like every 4.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, go. Someone start.
Remember, absolutely no crashing. These are bumper cars.
I never crash. I just knock some sense into the competition.
I'm getting too old for this.
Apparently he really is, because his hair changed from blonde to black in one panel.
Just the mere existence of Nestor in his sights caused him to age 20 years.
Yes.
Kiss track, Goonwad. Eat rail, doink.
That's such a
No
weird
crashing!
face.
What?
Doink.
Did you say knock her silly? You got it.
Nestor is kind of a jerk.
Crunch! Crump! Crump?
Hey, Crump!
I'm not so crump.
Where the car,
Where the
Crump?
game
Come on.
comes.
Come on, you weenies. I want a real challenge.
I'll give him a real challenge.
So, Earth Scumling, you want competition? I'll tell you something. I ate the competition.
You mean hate it?
No, ate it for lunch, and I'll have you for dinner.
Don't set your table yet, Pico.
Pico is the name of the guy from Newgrounds.
Yes, and before that, it was the name of the guy in F-Zero. That green
that
guy
is-
right there.
That is his name.
Pico.
I've never
Your
played
mother was a fish, and your
I'm
father
gonna have to give him
sounds
Baby
like a
Piccolo
swamp.
voice.
Nah, my father and my mother smell like a swamp. And now they human.
Your father was a fish and your mother smelled of a swamp.
Aha, you fool, you boosted my speed.
That was just a clever ruse to make you think that I don't know what I'm doing.
We need
Hey,
a Captain Falcon. Purple.
Falcon! Punch!
Hey, Captain Falcon, how do you get this heap to move?
All right,
Falcon
back.
kick!
What page are we on?
50
Oh,
now.
movie
You're
right
giving mankind the bad
The
Aim, Nestor. Now ram Pico again, but hit him off center so he loses control, and you'll blow past him. Make it 1 for the record book.
Apparently, banging into someone is for the record book.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let go! Don't you know what I've done? I'm a hero to all Earthlings until the end of time.
That's right.
That's a
You're
completely
history.
different game. Yeah.
Hey, Purple, can you be the voice of God?
What?
Next comic, you'll see.
Actually, it's
I think we should have Toad voice as the voice of God.
That's a
Fuck
good idea.
you.
Good idea. Sure.
actually
No.
Too late.
Kid
Although I will
Icarus.
note that god looks very much like Wilford Brimley.
He looks a lot like a Muppet.
apparently it's not even
Wow,
God.
Oh.
Who the fuck is it then? Oh,
No.
Listen,
the Zeus is a
Zeus.
god.
Zeus is a god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You're talking to a Greek person here. You think I don't know that?
Well, technically Zeus is the Roman name.
I may be Zeus, but I have diabetes.
Anyway,
Vegas.
Listen up, Hercules.
I
I'm
like
here
the
to tell you
I
about
like the new
topics.
name for the game though that he came up with.
Yeah.
A little bow and
Basically
arrow guy.
accurate.
Such detail.
But why is he going back to Kid Icarus when he was doing Super Nintendo games?
What do you mean?
Kid Icarus is an NES game.
Oh,
Kid
F-Zero
Icarus
wasn't?
Kid
Wait,
Icarus
stop.
Myths and Monsters wasn't an NES game.
A
It was a
Nintendo
Game
Power
Boy
Co-
game.
Yes, that the Kid Icarus.
Oh, it's a
Myths and Monsters
Game
game.
Boy game.
A Nintendo Power covers Super Nintendo, NES, and Game Boy through the entire lifespan of all three systems. Then it went on to cover N64, Game Boy Color, etc., etc., etc.
I wonder why
B.
Sega didn't have a comic.
Did they really have a magazine even?
Yeah, it was called
That's
Sega
right, that's-
Visions.
They did have that Sonic comic.
That's
they
still
still
going.
have Sonic comics running
I
through
know.
Archie comics. So.
But typically, these Nestor's comics were the whatever was on the cover of that particular issue. So whatever was the.
I just
featured
didn't know there
story.
was a Game Boy Kid Icarus.
Mhm.
Have you gotten that one yet?
No, I haven't actually.
I'm
Uh,
hoping
no, I
I'm
know, I
around
was
when you
hearing-
get that one. I
I
love
was
Kid
hearing
Icarus.
Nitro.
Was it
Anyway.
any good?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
It was actually better than the NES version because
Really?
there was no like hidden stats or anything that you had to grind in order to not die miserably.
I love the original.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
original
original-
required a lot of grinding.
Yes, it
And a
did.
lot of not knowing what the hell you were actually doing.
Yeah,
By the
because-
way, remember since this is clearly Kid Icarus, you have to shove Icus randomly into your sentences.
Please don't.
There'll be none of that.
It's Lily doing it
Why?
because that's how Kid Icarus speaks.
But
in
this is
According to the-
Nestor.
In Captain N, Kid Icarus speaks by adding Icus to a lot of the like Captain Anicus or anything like that.
Yes, but this is Nestor.
Which means it should be stupider. So add Icus on every word.
No.
But no, seriously.
I mean, it's not every word. It's like
No, the
Maybe-
joke was that Nestor is stupider than the normal Kid Icarus, so he would put it
Oh.
on every word.
Lysinicus.
Don't listen to Build.
Iacus, Toastidicus, Battletoadicus, and Inicus, Tuidicus, Daisicus.
Yes, exactly.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesusicus.
Jesusicus.
We both had the same joke
right?
idea.
But isn't it normally isn't
What's
normally
this one?
Canderous who voices Kid Icarus?
Yes, actually, it
Well,
is.
apparently they did have a Sega magazine.
Yeah. Oh. Huh.
oh cool.
Anyway,
Like Nintendo
Nestor,
Power
don't
was
forget
so
to call
big, I
Liberty
think-
Medical for all your diabetes supplies.
quit fidgeting, Kid Nestorus! How do you expect to pass your training if you don't pay attention?
That
Listen.
voice does not fit.
That's the joke, Squirrel! Well, thanks for
Well,
explaining it.
Then the heavens parted, and words spake unto.
So all of a sudden, I can't keep my eyes open. I can't out. So I think it's time to call it a night.
Do we have to do more never-ending stories?
Go,
I will fuck you in your sleep.
go to fucking rape your face with a rake.
I don't know.
You just
I think
gotta
that
learn
one-
to accept the Toad voice, Ark. Just accept it into your life, and then it will no longer annoy you.
Or you could just do Falcor voice.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Oh God, why do you people hate me?
I
don't
don't.
know.
Hate
Maybe
you.
that's because you make it so easy.
I
Yeah.
actually like you.
wasn't
Alton, and I
my
want
favorite
to,
part
and I
of
want
the
to actually
story.
work with you whenever it happens. Anyway.
Oh, Louis.
Why does your Falcor voice basically just sound like Goofy?
They
He
made
kinda
it.
did.
This is the offspring. Well, that's
So
the
that
sad-
explains it. It was Long Cat and Goofy, and then you get Falcor.
But that's the sad, but Bell, that's the sad part about Goofy. In
illegitimate child. Yep.
In the actual third movie, he really did sound like that. It was so hard to sit through. Every time he was
Anyway.
on the damn screen.
Anyway, Lily, read your line.
And
Okay.
Papa, you opened this particular issue of Nintendo Power.
Mhm.
And apparently the cover was Metroid 2: The Return of Samus.
Listen, Zeus. I toasted Battletoads in 2 days. How long did it take you?
Ickes.
Battletoads in 2 days. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, he said he toasted Battletoads. Maybe he means he
Oh.
literally put it in the toaster.
So when's that
The
new next-gen
Nintendo-
Battletoads
the
game
Nintendo.
coming out?
I could never understand mortal eating habits. If you don't endure the training, the goddess Palutena will fall to the forces of evil.
We're already enduring training right now, trust me.
Then let
And already
her
endured
do
the
the training.
forces of evil.
Ickes.
Oh man.
Stop, puny mortal! You have passed through life like a flickering shadow on the wall. Now you must pass 3 tests.
Suddenly I
One,
don't like
manage to listen to my voice for 4 hours.
Zeus used to be awesome. Now I hate him.
Zeus was never a really good guy, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
I know, Squirrel.
What is it? Wait a minute. Is that looks like a Dr. Seuss character in the next panel?
Yes,
a
he does. He
character
looks...
can be shady as shit, and you can still like it.
I must find some way to
Is that
stop
Chewbacca
Christmas
in the
from
background?
coming.
Seriously, it looks like an otter fused with the Grinch.
Is that Chewbacca in the background?
It kind of is.
It's a really fat Chewie.
I'd say he's very chewy at this point.
That's why they had to make him all CG in the movies.
He's actually most like.
The first test is to play this harp. Play it with skill, and beautiful creatures will appear.
Where do I plug it in?
Not a very good beginning, Kid Nestorius.
Those are not beautiful creatures.
That's the joke.
It's
Art.
out of
The
tune.
joke is that he did not play it well enough for any beautiful creatures to appear. Instead, he got really ugly creatures like.
Actually, he
Because
did
he's supposed
so.
to play the harp.
Actually, he did so bad. He summoned a bird.
And a bird, yeah.
The bird will kill him.
See, look at that build. Your evil has actually affected Sash. Good going.
You actually broke his headphones temporarily.
Nice. Perfect. I'll have to do it more so that anybody else who has weak headphones will be able to get new ones. Anyway, did you say it's out of tune yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I ought to cover you in flour and call you white British.
I'm already white enough. I don't need flour. The second test is a simple question. What happened when Icarus flew too close to the sun?
The wax
He
on his
got burnt?
wings. No, the wax on his wings melted and he plummeted to his death.
Well, that's not
That's
nearly
the-
as funny as the answers we can come up with.
Oh.
Exactly.
He just waxed on, waxed
He
off,
goes-
and then
got
he
a secret
forgot that when he
contest.
did wax off, he was in the middle of the air.
Well, he was
No,
waxing
'cause-
off in the middle of the air. What do you expect to happen?
Exactly.
Do you guys? Does any like? I'm not the only one that actually knows what happened.
Yes,
am
I know
Of
the
course.
story of.
I'm
Icarus. I know
sure
what
everyone
happened.
actually
Yeah,
knows
it's an
the
old story.
Okay.
I had a whole book of Greek myths back when I was young.
What the
I think that was
hell?
one of Aesop's tales, wasn't it?
Alucard,
Nintendo.
what is that abomination?
What the hell is that?
That's a
That is a toad pizza.
Nice.
That's a mushroom pizza.
So, does it have mushrooms as a topping?
No, it does not.
Any mushrooms.
I know that one. He got waxed. Then I think they took his license away. Am I warm?
Not warm enough! The final test is the trial of the tumbling mirrors!
Is this one of those dumb Olympic sports like the hamster toss or snatch the jerk? Snatch a jerk.
That's a jerk.
Huh?
I like that one.
You wouldn't want to jerk a snatch.
Squirrel, really?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Did that actually just come from squirrel's mouth?
Yep.
I wouldn't expect that from anybody but Squirrel.
Incidentally, according to this, Sega actually had the Visions existed from 1990 to September of 1995, so roughly 5 years.
It's kind of short-lived for a magazine.
Oh, ow! Slow down! Wait.
I like this. This is one of my favorite pictures that Alu linked.
Alu, what the hell is
Oh.
this?
Ham Games.
No, not that one. The
The one
picture
before
above
that.
it.
I know, I looked at it.
That image is basically realistic toads. Anyway, read the thing about the mirrors.
I'll start it.
It's your line. She said the ooh, ow, slow down, wait, ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
If only he moved to the left and shot straight up, he would endure the training. I weep for the future.
Wait, wouldn't the arrow come back down and kill him?
Is that supposed to be the actual
Not in
game?
8-bit games.
Yeah.
Is that supposed
Yeah,
to
no.
be the actual game hint?
That is
Yes.
the game hint, yes.
The game
That's
hint
the
is
greatest
shoot
picture
up.
of Wario ever.
That's a pretty interesting Wario.
I guess I really did hit the books.
Where the fuck did the arrows come from?
His imagination.
Oh, awesome. They're doing ActRaiser.
ActRaiser. Okay, now we need a new voice.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second to get the randomizer up again.
Wait, that was 4 pages?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, my
Each
cat's
comic
been
is 2
scratching.
pages.
My cat's been scratching at the door for a few minutes now.
Okay.
God.
Do, 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 do.
Spinning.
Spinning, spinning, spinning. Spinning, spinning, spinning.
Purple is the new
Baby
Nestor.
Right round, baby, right round.
Ooh.
So purple is the next Nestor now.
Yay!
I have to think of how Nestor should sound.
I
Annoying.
can actually download these
You
comics.
already had me doing the Zeus voice, and he spoke more than Nestor did, Pest. Anyway, purple.
Okay, I'll go ahead and play this random explorer dude with a broken arm.
Okay.
You should sound British.
Of course.
Authentic ActRaiser pyramid. Clothes for cleaning. Professor P. Rowe, proprietor.
You must be the mythical monster exterminator.
Your ad said you needed a great warrior.
Yes, but you'll do. Come along, we have a small monster problem. A few large monsters, too. Actually, they were eating the tourists. You, Mr. Mummy in the corner.
Sorry, I thought it was your wife.
Stop dilly-dallying. Young man, time is money.
I don't get I don't think this guy has a watch.
It's starting to sound like Lumpy Space Princess.
Yes.
That was the idea. Maybe we could try rat poison first.
Don't be ridiculous. Pharaoh has already been dead for 5,000 years. Now get on with it. Just hop over those little fireballs and arrows and then strike Pharaoh's base. And don't leave a mess. I'd do it myself if it wasn't for this excruciating sprained finger.
Oh yeah, that's what's causing it, as opposed to the broken arm. Oh shit.
I guess asking for a hand is out of the question.
They just don't make mythical monster exterminators like they used to.
No one appreciates a hero these days.
Well, that was
I will
only a
say
one-page
the,
thing.
LSP is a rather good fit this time.
Yeah, it is. And now
Oh
it's...
my god, I'm totally having fun.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that Simon was literally wearing like a Valley Girl clothing.
A nice little halter top there, Simon.
Yeah, exactly. It's a halter top and a skirt.
So going
Oh,
through
and-
the next few, it actually looks like they're all one-page ones from here, from what
Yes,
I
they
see.
are.
Okay,
They
we're
all-
totally gonna
Yeah.
have to give Simon a Valley Girl voice.
You are correct. Up until the 20th anniversary comic, they are all indeed one panel or one page things instead of 2-page things. Doesn't really make any difference though.
No, really doesn't.
So who wants to
Fair
give
enough.
Simon the Valley Girl voice?
Like, whatever.
Like, if you want to destroy Dracula once and for all, you like have to master the whip.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I should
You just
know.
volunteered
He's tried
yourself.
4 times already.
Does anybody watch Adventure Time? If so, then they should totally do it like Lumpy Space Princess.
Way to not
Where have
be
you been,
paying
Jen?
any
Where have you-
goddamn attention at all.
Nestor
You're
is
just
Lumpy
saying that.
Space.
That's the voice that we've been doing for Nestor.
Yes. We
Alright.
just said that like 2 minutes
Okay,
ago.
Purple, you're online.
I obviously missed it. Sorry.
I should know. He's tried it 4 times already.
Still you. Oh, right, sound effects. Well, I think that's him actually saying that.
Yeah.
Hiya! Whoa! Ah!
Get a little wrapped up.
It's a new technique that relies on surprise and confusion.
And we just entered
On
the
Bonehead, give your best shot.
Like, watch out, Nestor. This way.
Ugh! What did you do that for?
Like someone says, he who runs and then returns to fight may like find his foe has left aside.
I don't understand where the hint there is. Is that a hint?
Basically, the hint is saying you can abuse enemy spawn points to scroll them off the screen.
Nestor says, never ask questions of a man wearing leather underwear.
Oh, you wish you
What?
could rock this.
It's so lame. It's boring.
That was the worst one yet.
Why did we enter an episode of Valley Girls?
Oh God, they're actually doing Rampart.
Because they were doing basically a Valley Girl outfit for Simon Belmont.
Yeah, he's wearing a halter top and a skirt.
The only thing he needs is high heels to complete the ensemble.
And
Evan's
wow,
shoes work too.
a freaking Rampart comic.
How do you
Rampart.
do a fucking comic about ramparts?
Exactly.
I guess we've got one. Let's find out.
Brilliant. We're in France, and they write the sign in English.
Liberty! Equality! Toga parties! Toga! Toga!
Louis, This one looks short enough. Oh.
Go short on brains if you think I'm going with you.
An even match at last.
Dream on, Shorty. I can beat you with one hand tied behind my back.
You have to put your booth in your mouth, monsieur. Fire! Ready, aim, fire!
So we have Marlon Brando as Napoleon.
So wait, why are they shooting?
Why not?
Wait, Ramparts had two castles that shot at each other?
Actually, no. Rampart was
a bunch of boats.
one castle against. Initially, one castle against a bunch of invading ships, but.
And then you had
I
Tetris
never-
with walls, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I never did try the two-player though, so maybe that had castles against each
It
other. I
was.
don't.
Okay, fair
It
enough.
did. Two-player did have castles against each other.
Okay.
I played that game a lot. It was fun.
Anyway, go on.
Did you say your last line, Purple?
Yes.
The measure of a man is not his size.
Like, what about the measure of a shrimp?
I have destroyed your cannon, you miserable cur. Now you'll see that my bite is worse than my bark.
Oh yeah? Well, I have not begun to bite. Whoa!
Ugh!
It looks like a perfect fit. How's it taste?
Tastes like ugh!
I don't understand anything about this. Where was the hint here?
I don't see a hint here at all, actually. Maybe the hint is destroy the other cannons.
That's a hint? Shoot
But
the thing that shoots you!
Is that
Use your
Slenderman?
hit, don't lose!
Is that
This does put
Slenderman?
this puts a whole new spin on Rampart. It's not an actual castle and an actual cannon and actual sized ships invading. It's just little models.
But there are models that are apparently firing working cannons.
No kidding. Adam's family.
Yeah, because you can
Oh.
clearly see that there's a model tower being actually blown up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the coolest model toy set ever.
Yeah, it kind of puts what was that one?
Oh, speaking of the Addams family!
He was speaking of the Addams family because he went to the next page.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought he was analogizing it like the
Hey, the
cannon
next
thing.
comic is the Addams Family. Well, speaking of the Addams Family, well, guess what the next comic is?
Oh, Weapons and Warriors. That was the one I was thinking of with the little plastic castles and the little rubber band cannons. Like that, but more impressive.
Yes.
R.I.P. Must mean ring in person.
No, I don't think so.
And we need a bong.
Bong!
No, for that we need we seriously need a clip from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back of Jason Mewes.
You Ray.
Who wants to voice Gomez?
Give him Fernan.
Yeah.
Aha! Mysterious stranger. Just what I need to help me find my family. Down, Lurch.
Nice spot. Help! It's following me!
I already looked in there. Follow me to the kitchen. I began to suspect the oven when I found one of Wednesday's doll heads in the omelet. In my omelet this morning.
You should
Okay,
stick
now
to
that is a hint. I remember there is a level in the oven.
I
that you gotta
feel
find.
like a French fry.
Lunchtime? So it is. Let's take the shortcut. Don't touch that switch. You'll deactivate the hidden shortcut through this wall.
Now why
Which
didn't
switch is
I
he
think of
talking about?
that?
The switch
As
that he's
he-
The
Yeah,
one
they
that
are.
says on.
Oh, that's
I
a
just
switch saying
lost
on.
my
I didn't even realize that
appetite.
was a switch.
No, not to worry, old mate.
Male?
Old male?
Eh?
That is
Not to worry, old male. We'll look for it after lunch.
That is the worst looking Gomez I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Maybe they
Wait.
just intentionally made the likeness so terrible that they couldn't possibly sue.
I got Link.
Okay, we need a new Nestor too.
Okay, let's randomize.
Randomizer, yeah!
Oh God, we've got bees.
So this would actually
Let's
be a good
see.
game here.
Should
Link
get
to the
Dr.
past.
Bees.
That makes that the good bee
Don't know
then.
what to do.
Foul is the new Nestor.
Oh dear. I'm gonna continue the Lumpy Space Princess voice.
Okay.
It really does
Ice
fit his character.
Cave.
Right after I dash against the statue to release the good bee, you use the net to catch it.
Right. Teamwork. You can count on me.
Get out of my way!
Get out of my face.
I got it!
No, it's mine.
You made me miss, you big jerk!
I would have had it if it wasn't for you.
Got ya!
I got you first. Nice!
Oh, goddamn, I keep forgetting to turn
Now
the
we need a
randomizer back
princess,
off
a
again.
different one.
Where Link and Nestor?
Dear Crystal, how about you have this one? You haven't said it. You haven't.
No, too late.
Teamwork.
But my fan is on.
Too late, Squirrel. Purple already did it.
We're a Link and Nestor. Perfectly dirty work. How's that?
I think that's the bee saying that.
Yes.
Perfecting it. Hey, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my
We need some
God.
Fernin narrator.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
God.
Hey,
Yes.
Stop.
What? Wait,
Robo
what? Robo Nestor? Really?
Mhm.
Robo Nestor?
Robo.
Robo
Oh,
Nestor patrols the streets where no ordinary police officer dares to go, apprehending criminals and bringing them to justice.
Defacing public property is a crime, scumdog.
Robo Nestor's hardened
Coming down.
exoskeleton can withstand gunfire, crushing weights, and the stench of moral decay.
Halt, criminal filth. I place you under arrest.
But he has some problems with rust.
Conserve natural resources, protect the innocent, and you have a right to eternity and a towel by jury.
Robo Nestor knows
A towel by
whenever
jury.
whenever he passes a power-up, he can't go back for it. He proceeds slowly, looking for a route up to the ledges.
Haste makes waste. Recycle aluminum products. Don't leave home without Brillo pads.
No matter the cost, Robo Nestor will never give up the fight to protect decent Americans.
Rusted brains again. Needs adjustment.
You have the right to remain stupid. Anything you say can be used against you. In a quart of oil.
And it didn't say anything you say. He just said anything can be used against you in a quart of oil.
Whatever.
I will just have
Dragon
to say
strike.
this much. If you have rusted
His
brains,
friends
your
call him
sealant
Nestor.
isn't
You
working.
can call him Robo Nestor.
What game is this?
Dragon Strike.
So
The game
was
of
the
Dragon
whole,
Penis, I
so
think.
was the whole
Wait.
joke in that one that Nestor is RoboCop?
Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
not
apparently so.
familiar with a game called Dragon Strike.
Well, you see, you have
I
these
don't.
dragons, and they are going on strike because they don't
Are
want
you
to have
sure
these
that's the name of the
abhorrent
game?
working
I think
I
conditions.
don't-
the dragons are on strike.
I don't think that's the name of the game.
Yes. I
I
assume
don't
they're on
remember
strike.
Nintendo Power ever covering Dragon Strike. Checking now.
What is Dragon
There's
Strike?
Rampart. I found the issue where they covered Rampart.
Any of you remember this arcade?
No.
I like that the
That's-
dragons are literally on strike.
I never, I never really
Addams
cared about
Family.
arcades. I always played computer games,
If-
so I never gave a
if-
shit about arcades.
If there was,
There's
if-
RoboCop 3. So
Dragon
presumably
Strike
in the
was
next
a video
issue-
game in 1992 for the NES.
wow.
Dragon Strike.
Dragon Strike, Volume 37, June 92. They covered Dragon Strike.
I'm going to have to look that up. I somehow
What
missed
kind
that.
of game is it?
It's like a scrolling shooter where you control a
Oh
dragon.
fuck!
Yeah, like what
Oh.
Krunkstead. Are they sure it's not Dragon
Wait,
Spirit?
It's
Yeah,
a game
that
based on
sounds like-
Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, that sounds
How
like
the
Dragon
fuck is a
Spirit.
scrolling shooter where you fly a dragon based on Dungeons and Dragons?
Wait, are you guys sure this isn't Dragon Spirit? Because that's what Dragon Spirit was.
No, I'm
I have
right
the
there.
freaking Nintendo Power right here.
Dragon Strike,
I can
1992, NES.
Trust me when I say I'm checking it in Nintendo
Oh, no,
Power.
1990
That
NES.
is literally what I am doing.
I still
It
want to know
kinda-
how the fuck that's based on
It
Dungeons
kind of
and
looks
Dragons.
like Dragon Spirit. I wonder if Dragon Spirit was a remake of it or something.
Could have been a sequel.
I'm gonna have to look that game up and play it. Now I'm interested.
Also,
I
I
gotta
swear
go.
there was like a D&D module called Dragon Strike.
Yeah, but how does you
was
flying
a
the
board
dragon
game.
relate to it?
Nerds
Wait.
on Skype. That's what we are.
Yeah, there was a Dragon Strike board game based on Dungeons and Dragons.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Not
But
very
that
often.
actually came out after this video game, so...
Not very often I come across the NES that were released in America that I have never seen before. So that's interesting.
Apparently, it was released for the Amiga, Commodore 64, DOS, the NES, and the Sharp X68000.
Wow.
What the fuck is a Sharp X68000?
Well,
Well,
apparently it's
basically
made
that
by
was
Sharp.
that was a like a home computer console. Think Commodore 64, but like
Or something like the
8,000
ZX
times.
Spectrum.
Sharp is still around as a,
Wow.
as a
The first model featured 10 megahertz Motorola 68,000 CPU, hence the name, 1 megabyte of RAM, and no hard
whole
drive.
megabyte?
And no hard
I
drive.
will actually nerd
Wow.
out here a bit.
Okay,
I
crazy.
actually learned a bunch of 68,000 assembly language when I was as part of my computer science degree. So I did actually mess around with programming those things.
The last model, released in '93, had a 25 megahertz
So
Motorola
does this-
CPU, 4 megabytes of RAM, and an optional 80 megabyte SCSI hard drive.
4
Does-
megabytes.
80
Yeah.
whole fucking megabytes.
so
Not
does
there's
this-
that
an image
ridiculously
of it.
bad for the time.
No, for
Yeah, there-
1993, not too bad, but still just seeing how it aged.
Yeah.
There is an image of it, and the graphics in that particular system were definitely better than the SNES.
Wow.
does this mean
That's-
that
Let's see.
It was
The ma-
probably expensive as fuck back at the time,
Yeah.
too.
Imagine.
so does that mean the issue this comic was in it had a Dragon Strike cover?
Might not have been on the cover,
Yeah, it had lemmings on the cover.
Oh, okay.
but it was
Anyway.
a feature article.
So let's actually get the comic going.
Does he breathe fire or is he burned out? We need a used car
Also, I'm
salesman
going
voice
to-
here.
He's a dragon, isn't he? Why don't you have a look at these new arrow-proof scales?
And if you Google Sharp X68000 games, you get several nudie images, because apparently it had a number of hentai
What
games.
in the name of
What?
fuck is that, Alu? What?
It's Mario.
That's supposed to be Mario?
Then we all Google it.
Is that?
It's like Mario if you were messing with it on Spore.
No, I think it's Mario if you're messing with them in the Sims 3.
Yep, that would definitely be a lot of hentai game pictures.
Wait.
Anyway,
That's a little bit loud.
Literally sound crazy, I swear.
Turn off your mic.
anyway, Nestor voice.
I've seen more flame from a birthday candle.
Well, that's his smoke screen.
Dive bomb that dragon below us, and let's see some fireworks.
My tonsils are sore and
It's Falcor!
Oh
Exactly.
God! What really?
I'm gonna have to change to
if
just
we fly
code
too
voice here.
low, we might crash into hills or trees. The view's
Yeah.
much nicer up here.
See,
It is.
nobody-
Are you pop the magic chicken?
I love how nobody seems able to do Falcor from Part 1 voice. No, it's all Part 3 voice. Fuck you all.
Whoa! Stop! Down, boy!
I'll give him down. That kid really burns me up.
That bracken you sold me couldn't toast a marshmallow, so I fired him.
You did what?
And one
Oh.
more.
What,
It's
that's Guile? Oh, God. The art.
Let's see if I can get him.
Look at that last panel with him. What the fuck is up with that face?
Is that supposed to be Blanca?
I think it is Blanca.
I don't know why he's not green.
That is
Why
weird.
his theme song isn't playing?
I'm more confused by what the fuck is up with the art for Guile's face.
He's got a Jew nose.
One second. Look at this cover for the actual Nintendo Power that month.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
That's why you're linking porn in the chat.
Epps.
Okay.
That art.
Guile, what happened to your leg?
I want to know what happened to his face. Did he just like run into his own box like 15 times?
His left leg. His left leg looks like it was broken in at least 5 spots.
No, I think that they just amputated the middle third of his leg.
Looks like he actually just has a drumstick stuffed in his boot and replacing his whole pant leg there.
Yes.
Let's have.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Lip step.
I got Guile.
Okay, fine. Go then.
Welcome to Street Fighter Week. I'm Guile, your co-host, and our topic this week, special moves, like my stunning Sonic Boom, which I use against slow enemies from a distance and I never get hit.
What do you mean? You use against all enemies from all distances and be it cheap as fuck.
Yep.
Don't tell
I'm
anyone
Nestor,
how-
the star of Street Fighter Week. I've got some moves you won't believe. Let's take a look at the clip. Pretty hair-raising, huh?
It makes my roots hurt just thinking about it.
Here's a great move. One whiff will do ya.
I hear
Look
that's
at his face
illegal in
there.
64 counties and on 2 TV networks.
Look at his face there. This guy looks like
He's
he
like-
literally has a potato
Why?
for a head. That's it. Actually, his head is literally a Mr. Potato Head. That's what they had as the art model.
Here's pulling a leg, guys.
Or
I call
maybe
this a
this-
patented move to Pretzel Punisher.
I don't think there was any hint here.
Well, yeah, there was. Use Sonic Boom. That's the
Yes, but that's
Don't tell anyone how to use the Sonic Boom.
yeah, that's not really much of a hint. That's just basically saying do the thing that makes Guile ridiculously broken all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Guile tying Nestor up?
We'll find out. Val, say your line.
That's your line.
He's just pulling your leg?
I did say that.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's time to wrap up this week's show, eh, Nestor? Must be tongue-tied.
No, girl's gonna rape me in the
Stranger
butt.
danger?
That's
Oh, yeah.
what the
I-
fuck.
At first I thought.
You're a little too excited about tying Nestor up there, Guile.
At first I thought.
One
this
more,
might-
and then I think it's moving on to the next voice.
Nope, next voice now.
Oh, really?
That
Wait.
was 4.
Okay, whatever.
At first I thought this was.
Now
one
let
of
me
the
see if I can remember to actually put the thing away after we randomize the voice.
What the hell did you link here, Alu?
At first I thought maybe this is one of the.
And it's
1940
me
games.
doing
Are you-
Nestor.
Doing it on purpose, Belle.
What? I'm not doing Toad voice unless it comes out as "Oh God, no." That's what "Oh God, no" means. If we get that, then it means whoever does Nestor has to do Toad voice.
I say we gotta keep up the LSP voice. 'Cause
I
that
don't
is-
think I can even remotely do a Lumpy Space Princess voice.
Really?
either. Anyway.
Why would I be able to do a Lumpy Space Princess voice? Lumpy Space Princess isn't super high pitched.
Oh,
At first
I
I thought.
actually played that game.
Yeah, what is this game?
At first I
This is
thought it was.
Wings 2?
Wings 2,
It's
Aces High.
It's a mode
It's
7 airplane shooter
Oh
game.
god, those are always
Yep.
the worst.
I actually rented that and played it once.
Yeah.
It
crap,
was
it is-
What's
okay.
it fucking true?
Over there.
What
You know,
the
I'll do
fuck,
my best to
squirrel?
try and keep that voice up, but I probably won't be able to do that much.
Oh, I'm a space princess. You guys talking like this. Like she's always
Yeah,
just
I know
thinking
how
about
she
that.
talks.
Yeah.
The problem is my
Yeah,
voice not
like,
going that
Lumpy
pitch.
Space
I'm out.
Princess.
Can't you do a lumpy space princess voice? Like,
But
oh my
sometimes she
God.
talks like this when people just don't understand her, and she's trying to be understood.
Like, oh my glob.
I'm just jealous of our good looks.
I know.
And
Yes,
my lumps.
totally.
You want these lumps, you can't have these lumps.
Lady lumps.
My lovely lady lumps.
These
Anyway,
shitty lumps.
will somebody read the actual line?
The actual
Chicken
line.
legs! Chicken legs!
Going?
Remember to raise your plane to the top mechanical level so you can perform the split S. Any questions? Or is that split 5? I don't know.
I think it's split
S.
5. Maybe? I don't know.
It's an S.
Yeah, do pigs fly?
Why don't you show us how it's done, Ace?
Back home, I've flown everything from hang gliders to space shuttles.
It's the Red Baron. We're doomed.
Are you kidding? Only a beagle would take that guy seriously.
Really?
The Red Baron had quite a legacy.
What a
You'll
nice
get us
Peanuts
killed.
reference.
Yeah, Peanuts reference there.
What's it to you? Drone.
He's completely disoriented. He's going to crash.
Holy shit, look at his face! All those pizza
the red-
delivery guys are overrated, if you ask me.
Flying a plane?
Mein Gott.
How did...
Red Baron doing a duck face.
That's basically what it looks like. It's like,
I remember just to
woo!
go to bombing missions, they switch to a really awkward overhead view. And when you die, you have like so many pilots, and when you die, they show like a really depressing memorial for the pilot you just killed, and you don't get them back.
Wow. Ooh, Nexus Prince of Persia. That game was hard as fuck.
Yes, it was.
Anyway,
Yeah, it wasn't even really the good version.
Here's the original version.
Here's the better version.
You must learn to fear my steel, you impudent young weasel.
beer? Ha! I laugh in the face of beer. I party with peril. Once I snapped a wet towel at Terror and then put itching powder in his shorts.
Then you'll have no problem dancing with doom.
Could I lead?
There's only one way to win in a duel. Attack! 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 Never break down. Never run. Never bury.
So
Never give
basically
up.
just mash the attack button all the time.
Never give up.
Apparently so.
Never surrender.
And if you really do that in game, you will be murdered.
It's ridiculous.
Well, no, you attack after trapping him on the side of the screen.
Yeah, actually
Yeah.
true.
That
Normally-
works.
Then I suppose surrender is out of the question.
Any last requests?
Can you teach me that attack? Boo?
Why is
Flash,
there a
cling.
blue?
Ah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, you did, Alu.
And yes, Arino did complete.
As the tables turn, you are indeed cunning.
Ha! I taught cunning everything it knows, and it was all a pack of lies. I think I'm kind of getting more like, what was it? Louis Anderson than Lumpy Space Princess.
You sound like some You sound like some street vendor from the 1920s, or
That's about all I can do. It's getting.
I think Squirrel was
Yeah,
trying to
shit.
do a.
Oh, wow.
What's his name?
All right, Out of This World. I love that game.
make it.
Yeah.
Right,
Asamurai.
So you like video games too? Out of
I-
this world.
Uh,
I can't tell who's saying that. I assume that that's not Nestor in the first line.
No,
looks like an
when
alien.
does Mike Karuba talk?
He says Mike Karuba.
He doesn't take on conversations in that game. This
He-
is completely
Mike Karuba
unbelievable.
study many ways of your human ways.
He does talk just in
Like
his
Ruben.
language.
Mike
He never talks in
Karuba.
English.
Wait, why is there a cow in the last panel saying
This is
no?
the worst drawing of that fucking character ever.
Mike Karuba.
Are you surprised at this
Mike
point?
Ruba.
Well, yeah, but
Mike
they can't
Ruba.
even get his face even slightly right. He's not even the right skin color.
Nope.
More people study many of your.
Also, the moo seems to be becoming a running gag.
Apparently.
Moo,
He
moo,
has-
moo, moo, moo.
They have an actual cow?
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's a tiny cow that he's holding,
It's a toy cow.
Oh, it's a miniature cow.
which somehow makes it even more strange and bizarre.
So if he shakes it, it's a milkshake.
Yes.
Oh,
And it'll
he
bring
takes
all
that
the boys to the yard.
Yeah, it's like those. It's like those cans. If you tip the cow upside down, it goes.
Well, you know, I think cow tipping is actually illegal in 5 states. So.
But this is an alien planet, dude.
And it's a miniature cow.
There shouldn't even be cows on that planet.
Don't have a cow, man.
Why are you bringing logic into this?
There shouldn't
We don't
even
know
be
how much
redhead
else
kids.
has been
Nestor's
sent
Adventures, the paragon of realism.
Yes, it is.
We don't know how many other things have been sent through that same dimensional portal.
Well, I don't really see how, given that the dimensional portal was literally produced by some particle acceleration experiment combined with a lightning storm.
I don't see how now.
Have you ever
Brown
seen
cow.
what happens when quantum
Maybe you don't-
entanglement gets involved? Shit gets weird.
Yeah,
Only
when
on
big
the
science becomes
microscopic
involved,
scale.
shit does get weird.
And yeah, that game kind of had a really ambiguous ending. Like, not a happy ending in any way, really.
No, it kind of just
Like
ended.
It's over.
Well, it was intended. Well, there was a sequel which had
You-
more
I mean-
stuff.
You kind of escaped, but you're like horribly fucked up. Your friend picks you up, gets on the dragon with you. You fly off into the sunset. It ends.
Well, there's
And
a
then you
sequel.
marry Mike Karuba and you live happily ever after the end.
It more just stops than ends.
Yeah, that I wouldn't be surprised if it was space limitations or something.
I always wanted to play the sequel badly. I never got to because they released it on Sega CD, and I never, for some reason, I could never get it to it where I was. None of the
No,
For some
Alec,
reason, hardly anybody played it.
No,
I
Alex.
had a
only
Sega.
released on
Because
Sega
it was on the
CD.
Sega CD.
I had a Sega CD at the time.
How was it?
I love my Sega CD. I don't care what people say. I enjoyed it.
Did you have to
I-
roll the footage?
What?
I actually had a Night Trap back in the day.
Anyway,
Wait,
Mike Ruba.
can whoever's being Mike Aruba actually read their line?
Arklon was.
My people study many of your human ways. We know, say, we know. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow!
I can't talk English. Are we known, as you say, hot water?
Not yet, but just leave it to me. I'll blast these alien dweebs until they're seeing sideways.
There are so many buttons to push, and so little time.
So they're studying human ways when he's the only human ever to arrive there.
Yep.
Nestor.
I once pushed a button like this, and it almost blew up Ohio. Oh, you mean we're on the previous
You
panel?
skipped a panel.
All control panels are the same. The trick is to find the one unmarked button that will obliterate the planet, then not push it.
I believe those.
You'd think that they would have been able to find some button somewhere that fired guns. You really would.
I believe those right-hand buttons activate missiles and lasers.
I once pushed a button like this and it almost blew up Ohio.
How unfortunate. What the fuck's Ohio? If you push the button, left hand. Wait, I screwed up again. If you push the bottom left hand button, 6 buttons light up. Push top 4 and a white button appears.
White buttons are the worst. Disintegrators, disruptor beams, nuclear doorbells. So what's this one do?
Ejector.
I see now. The hot water is a good thing to be in.
I suppose so, as long as you're not a teabag. Because that's a sensible analogy.
Moo.
No.
Moo, motherfucker.
This is almost as weird an analogy as the frozen waffles. It really
At least they tell you how to actually do that. Super Star Wars.
Yay! The impossible game.
Big
beat that
text,
game.
But here is the synopsis of the plot for the sequel, Heart of the Alien.
I wanted to play that game so bad. That's a lot of.
That's a lot of fish.
I was hoping it picked up right after the first one, given the way it ended.
Yeah, that does make sense. Although this isn't really a very happy sequel either.
Well, the only thing I know about it is that in this one you control the alien and not the human.
Yep. And the human just sort of dies.
Well, that's terrible.
Maybe that's why it wasn't that popular.
I think the Sega CD was the bigger problem, really. Yeah, it looks...
That just sucks, though, you know? You hope for the main character to find his way back home.
Exactly.
And nope, just
Or
dies on
not
an
die.
alien planet.
I don't like that. In the
Happy
sequel,
ending for everyone.
you're hoping that the human and the alien, his newfound alien friend, continue to team up and fight whatever this is they're fighting while they're trying to find his way home.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
Now, what the fuck is this shit?
It says near the end game, Lester wakes back up. And
Anyway.
and then dies.
Yes. Anyway, what in God's name is happening in this shit? Did they ever, play the game or see any of the movies or anything?
No, that's
Well,
what
they
happens
drew
in the game.
They drew the speeder right.
No, it's not
Oh,
even
they
the
don't?
right color.
These games were so awesome, but so incredibly impossibly hard.
I've beaten the Super Star Wars.
Anyway,
Save states.
And how much hell did it give you?
someone read
Well, I
read
know
C3PO.
the
Okay. Oh, R2D2 wouldn't listen to me, and now look where it's got us. He's always lodging circuits and Jawas.
I've never met a Jawa I didn't want to stuff in a sack. Come on, let's get R2 back before he rusts.
We seem to be drawing their fire, Master Nestor. But wouldn't it be preferable strategy to be able to run away?
Just what I need, a cowardly calculator.
Haven't you seen it? He is cowardly.
Yes? How the fuck
Oh,
would
I-
Nestor know that?
Oh,
Maybe
I can't
Nestor-
bear to look at this. We should never have come to this awful place. I was just telling R2D2. R2, no good will come from crashing on a planet infested with lawless life forms.
Why don't you unscrew your head and throw it at the Jawas? You can talk them into a coma or something.
Oh, humans. They never listen.
Excellent. We had an extra life.
Might I suggest an alternative strategy? I once worked with a perimeter maintenance team in the Zamboni system. Zamboni.
Yes. I think that's actually a system in Star Wars.
Must be
Okay,
from
that's...
those prequels.
No, it couldn't have possibly been in a prequel at this point.
We kept the Lothwoods at bay by continually firing in circles all around us. Oh, very good, Master. My plan is a success. You have scorched the hood off of another Jawa, and now we can rescue our two.
Don't get cocky, droid. All that blasting burned out the speeder's phase converter. Now we'll really have to put your head to use. By the way, that speeder did not actually have any guns.
No. No, it didn't.
Well, in Super Star Wars, it did.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about in the movie there.
Yeah.
That's not how you beat the level.
What on
based on
earth
the
is
game,
that?
so-
What in God's name is that?
It's nightmare fuel.
Jesus, what in the fuck?
I like how it literally looks like it's just, if it could scream, it would be screaming in continuous torment.
The eyes, they blink.
It's a baby born raw.
Also, yes, searching the Wikipedia for Zamboni, there are no results found.
Okay.
So they just made it up.
Okay.
I think you found Taboo Alu.
So read
That's
read the
actually
thing.
a terrible tip for beating that level.
So anyway, read the dignity line.
There is no dignity in being a spark plug.
Just think of yourself as a champion. Okay.
What?
And now it's someone else's turn to do this.
Time to spin. Let's hope Crystal gets something. She hasn't said anything.
That was the game called Sims.
Oh, Desert Strike.
The baby born wrong.
This was on Nintendo? I thought it was
Let's see who
mainly
gets next.
Genesis.
Yeah, Desert Strike was shopped out to, like, all the consoles.
Okay.
Oh my god, no. So that means we have to spin again, and then whoever gets it has to try and
think I
do the
actually
best
have
thing they can
Desert
for a
Strike.
Toad voice.
Wait.
Okay.
The next person has to do a Toad voice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's gonna end up Arklon. It's gonna end up
Crystal.
Arklon. Oh! Well, at least you get something, Crystal.
Now you
You have to
have
try
that-
and
now you have to
that
try
is
and do my
the
Toad
worst.
voice.
No.
The worst debut.
No.
Having Toad voice forced upon
Vernon, can we please make just one exception? This is her first
We can,
words.
we can.
Yeah, that's me. Again, I'm not in control of this.
It's
I-
up to
I-
everyone
I-
else. I
I-
don't care. I
Okay.
don't care either way.
How about this?
No.
You're gonna either do it or we roll and have somebody else do it.
He has really loud music.
He's freaking out.
Hello?
Reroll.
Reroll, she says.
Free roll build.
We're
Okay.
doomed.
Okay, reroll. Find out who's actually going to have to suffer through Toad voice then.
Okay.
And of course, if anybody who's already done it gets selected, we just do it again. Purple, has Purple already done it? Yes, he has. So
Yes.
spinning it again.
Thank God.
Whoa, I lost.
Vernon.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
It didn't highlight the text right, but still, it's pointing at Vernon.
Just try to imagine.
Vernon.
Do the voice.
This will be
Now
one
you
for
have to
the
do your
ages.
best to attempt at a Toad voice, Vern.
Well, see, that's the thing. My attempt at a Toad voice is going to be like your attempt at an LSP voice. It ain't going to happen.
Well, I did my best to at least try and get the right
No,
sort of
no, I
vocal
know.
phrasing.
I said I'm still going to attempt it.
Okay,
It just
good.
ain't going to happen.
I can't really get the pacing right is the problem.
Mm.
Which is unfortunately not a problem with Toad voice. There's no pacing involved. It's just pitch.
And I can't do pitch. So.
Yes.
No.
Just be a tiny, squeaky, very loud man.
Who is
Which is hard
apparently
for
literally
him to
a
do.
squeaky toy.
Not go above
I
an
love
octave
how
above meh.
in those Mario cartoons he is literally a squeaky toy.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, look at this little guy. Hello! I'm Toad! Kill it!
What the hell?
Hello. 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 Hell. What sort of desert strikes you like? Yeah, somebody has to do the first line first, don't they?
Yes.
Someone be the military guy.
The success of Desert Strike depends on you guys.
What sort of desert strikes you like pies? Huh?
You like pies? Really? That's what they're going with?
Oh, they
He's
wouldn't
in a
move.
helicopter and can't hear. That's the joke they're going for.
Oh. Also, that is the best image, Krunk. That is the best one for this.
We're doomed.
We need a chopper pilot.
That's the second chopper this week!
Yeah, losing one $10 million state-of-the-art aircraft looks like bad luck. But losing two looks like a Medal of Honor, a vacation in Spain, and the cover of Time magazine.
What?
Crunk,
I want
what
you
is
to
that?
pick up last 4 MIAs before you start shooting. Maybe you
What the hell?
Thanks
hell
for
is
that,
that?
randomly, squirrel.
Was
Who
it random?
did that?
Squirrel.
It's when I
Why?
first saw the GIF. It's when I first saw the GIF.
Why did you feel the need to vocalize that?
I want you to pick up at least 4 MIAs before you start shooting. Maybe you'll be more careful and stay in the air if you're responsible for more lives.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
Give the horrible
all that extra
pilots
weight could
even.
really help.
Did someone say dinner at 8? They're still going with that joke, eh?
Bro, I think you
Chop,
murdered
chop,
the
chop.
audience.
When your armor is below 100, get back to base and dump off the MIAs. Then we'll repair the chopper. That's an order.
Hors d'oeuvres? Now he wants us to pick up hors d'oeuvres?
I think so. War is hell, eh?
Nah, more like a food fight.
I like Fernand's Toad voice. It's much less irritating.
It does actually sound somewhat more like the one in the Mario cartoon.
I will say this much. I will say this much about
What
what I did.
in God's
At least
name
Bell
is
did
that?
not. At
Sonic
least Bell
Blast
did not.
Man.
Who the fuck is Sonic Blast Man?
That's a beat 'em up.
I watched this.
Why is
I
he
watched
wearing
this
that
video of
outfit?
it from.
Show me your moves.
And then
Sonic
why is
Blast-
he apparently wearing like a skin-tight spandex thing for Nestor? What the fuck?
He started out in arcades, not in a beat 'em up, but in a well, one second. Let me find the.
Didn't he have a Nintendo game that was a side-scrolling Final Fight like beat 'em up?
He did,
Or am I
yeah,
thinking-
but
okay.
I'm just finding the. Come on, there's got to be a
Yes,
not
this is
terrible-
Sonic Blast Man, apparently. Krunk.
Here.
The only reason why I know about Sonic Blast Man is Triple J did.
Could you say those words again, please?
Pro
Show me the
Jared did.
picture. Come on, show the picture. There.
That's about right, pal.
Oh, so it was a boxing thing.
Thing.
It was a thing where you actually had to punch through the arcade game.
Like I said, at least Bell didn't do it.
I would never have
'Cause then
done
we
that in the
would be
first
like
place.
that.
Yeah, I think yours was marginally worse than anything Beld has done.
I have never yelled without any random warning before.
No, I can
And
at least.
apparently that is how he looked in the arcade.
Let me see this.
Oh boy.
So in
It's
the
kinda like
arcade,
Jet
he,
Set Radio.
actually had pants.
Yeah, but he had a bigger bulge.
And he
Yep.
did, and even in the Super Nintendo version, he looked even less retarded.
He looks like something from Jet Set Radio.
Either that or
one large
I
bulge there.
like to imagine that they're literally laughing at Nestor's lack of a bulge in that bottom panel. Because of the way they're looking at him. Anyway. Someone read.
Can we give
Nice.
Can we give Sonic
I'll
Blast
read.
Man to Crystal?
Sure.
I want to be the narrator.
But then do the narrator. The narrator has, actual lines here.
Okay, Sonic Blast Man can deliver a punch that will flatten a Mack train.
Cool.
Truck.
They spelled Mac wrong.
Whatever.
No, I don't think they did.
I think
Yeah,
in
it's a
that
K.
context, that's correct.
Yeah, the Mack truck is actually named after the person. Just Mack, the name.
Yeah, a Mack truck is like a big semi-trailer type thing.
It's a brand specifically.
Okay.
You know, like an 18-wheeler type rig.
Yeah.
They have a
I can-
bulldog as their mascot.
I can do that with just 2 fingers.
Now I think it's the narrator again.
Sonic Blast Man can defeat 2 enemies at one time.
I'm no Sonic Brag Man.
I can beat all of you guys at once.
You?
What a joke! Oh ho! Chortle! Guffaw! Hee hee! I like how they're literally saying those things. They're not actually laughing.
What
They're
did he
literally
do?
saying chortle and guffaw.
Well, I hear music.
And now I think it's the narrator again.
What did he do? She said it's a knockout.
Okay. Then whoever's
Put
doing
the
Sonic.
punch in your punchline.
Wah, wah, wah.
Was there a tip anywhere in there? Was there
I
supposed to be a
forgot.
tip in here?
I forgot there was a Wing Commander on Nintendo. Super Nintendo. I
Wait, there was
think.
a Wing Commander on Nintendo?
I
Really?
think it was
Yep.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
That
on
must have
Super
been
NES.
really great.
That must have gone so well. On a system which literally cannot do anything even approaching good 3D. Yes, put a game which basically requires 3D. Okay, next one. What the hell
Oh.
game is this?
Wing Commander.
Oh, this is Wing Commander, I see.
Yeah. We
I
were
didn't
just
fig-
talking about
You,
that.
Well, I
you
didn't-
may notice a trend here, Beld. Whenever we change the subject to a different game, it's the next comic. So we need random pilot number 1.
So
Hey,
what's
Val,
a
I'll try
nice
this one.
kid like you doing shooting furballs?
Just
Actually, no, I
killing
think I
time
should
until
go a
become
higher pitched
emperor of
voice
the
here.
known universe.
So what's a nice kid like you doing shooting furballs? I'm trying to do a Louis Anderson voice directly now.
Well, I already did my line, so carry on.
I'll show you some basic moves, kid.
Like the high G twister noodleizer?
Where'd you learn that?
I studied a
guy's-
plate of spaghetti.
That guy's face looks like a plate of spaghetti.
Furballs at 1 o'clock.
Saying mouse.
Help me out, Nestor. Never leave your wingman.
You'll be okay. Just think pasta. I'm gonna kick some cat.
Like actual pasta?
Here's the thing, in space, you could do all the aerodynamic moves, all the stupidly
Eat it,
non-aerodynamic
puny
moves you want.
humans.
Yeah, you don't have to be held to the limits of any sort of maneuverability in space.
This cat alien
Your ship
monster
could
race.
literally be a sphere and it could still fly.
Yes. Not that a sphere would be particularly good because it would be very easy to shoot.
Or they can skateboard in space.
Narrow
Like
things would
SpongeBob.
still be an advantage because they give a smaller target profile.
Anybody else notice the face in the moon?
Huh?
Wait,
What moon?
Look at the yellow planet.
Oh, I see the face.
This cat. Alien
Anyway, somebody
space-
read the cat line.
Val did.
I already did.
Big pasta! Brilliant! What now? Why the fuck did this alien race give us fucking pasta? I hope that they made a lots of spaghetti!
Spaghetti!
This cat
We make a
race.
giant rotini drill and dig our way out.
So it's this pasta drill that pierces the heavens.
This alien cat race right here was the
Just who
main
the hell
alien
do you
race.
think we are?
Running around leaving scars.
Oh, we're jumping from one space shooter right to another.
Star Fox.
What?
What on... what?
Anyway, what I was
Why
trying
is
to
there
say is
What the hell is
that
this?
cat race in that comic obviously was in the game, but it's also the race they. Funny enough, the race they use in the movie is the main bad guys.
Nifty.
And Crystal, this is Star Fox.
Yes, I know.
Jesus, that
The animals
that
look
art is so
weird.
bad.
The animals just look weird.
I'm pretty sure that cat has been the villain. That cat race has been the villain in all the Wing Commander games.
That's okay. That's obviously why they used them in the movie. Then
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay, so we need General Pepper and we need Slippy.
I got Slippy.
I'll be Pepper.
Okay.
I guess that's Pepper talking first.
I think so.
Can you pilot a ship through a four-dimensional combat vortex of space, time, and really ticked off lizards?
With my eyes closed and a dead skunk for camouflage.
Whoa, 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 whoa! He's good, Fox!
I have no idea who that is.
It could be Falco, or it could be Fox.
Or it could be Peppy.
Follow Slippy's lead. You might learn something and do a barrel roll.
Like how to croak? No thanks.
Squirrel.
It's me.
Yes.
You're going the wrong way!
So write me a ticket.
If you go to the first 4 arches, you'll pick up double laser shot!
Hey, I know exactly where I'm going.
Smack!
Where did the pig, the guy in the suit, and what is apparently a cow wearing a dress come from?
That's what I was gonna say. And that's fire.
that's a dog in a tuxedo.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
questioning more the cow in the dress, really.
Going based on the other Star Fox comic, that would be Andross's personal pig, Herbert.
I guess
Maybe
that would
the
be the
original-
And the dog and the cow?
He does have an
The
ace
cow-
on his side.
The cow's
so-
a joke. Remember the cow is a running joke now?
Okay, it's a really shitty running joke, but okay.
Fiche le vache. What?
Now we need a fox.
He knocked the air out of himself, sir.
Want me back up, please?
Do you really need my help? You already seem to have an inflated opinion of your own abilities. And why are you having the fucking candy back like in that last comic?
I'm more curious as to... This is how, biology works. When you crash, you get flattened, literally.
Is
Yeah.
cartoon physics.
I'm not too sure what game this is yet.
This
Zero
is one
Club?
of those mech warriors.
Well, there's only one Mech Warrior, so yeah, I'm assuming it's
Well,
Mech Warrior.
There
Was
were
there
two mech
one on
warriors
Super Nintendo?
There were two on Super Nintendo?
And is it me, or does this guy in the first panel look black and then suddenly becomes white as, well, an egghead?
It's lighting. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's lighting, I think. Because his arms aren't dark. I think they just couldn't figure out how to do lighting right.
That's right. In that first panel, his hands are pretty white.
And apparently in that Sonic Blast Man issue, the cover story was Mickey's Magical Quest. So no surprise they did not use that for the comic.
Wait, what?
They couldn't use the Mickey one.
Yeah.
Because of copyright.
I see.
Make a Mickey comic and Disney will be all over your ass with 1,000
They-
lawyers.
They can put him undercover. Just can't put him in a comic, apparently.
Nope.
Well, I presume they had licensing rights only for the very specific use.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck mechs those are, though.
Almost look like things from Tron. Just not quite.
I think one of those is supposed to be an Atlas. It's just a really, really shitty rendition of it. And I think the other one might be an Awesome. But again, it's a really shitty rendition of it.
Okay.
I never really got too much on the Mech Warrior
I'll
stuff
find you
to know what is what, so...
Man, my Nexus C overheated on Drenna against 4 Raijins. I had to replace the thermocoupling with my socks.
Which I don't think would work.
Yeah, you Jimmy rig it right, it'll work. Also, Fernan, you're still Nestor.
But that was
Oh, right,
four.
so we need to randomize it. I forgot that we need to
Yeah.
do that.
That was 4?
I did. I did Desert Strike, Sonic Blast Man, Wing Commander, and Star Fox.
Okay, let's see who gets voicing next.
And then it gets, oh god, no again.
Then we'll know it's broken.
Foul's already done it, so spinning again.
And I'm now looking through, and I'm not finding any Mech Warriors covered in Nintendo Power. Oh, here we go. Mech
I've already
Warrior.
done it.
One issue back. So yeah, it's just the
Well,
one
I'm going to
on
delete the people
Super
who've
NES,
actually done this.
simply titled Mech Warrior. Apparently
Foul
released
goes,
in
Lily goes,
93.
Purple goes. Okay, so only people who have not done this before are going to be randomized now.
That's actually a really limited amount of people.
Yes. And
What,
it's
2 of us?
giving Candra's now. Again,
Candra!
it failed to light up the text right, but that's a known bug sometimes.
Candrace, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just had my mic muted most of this whole time because I was eating and didn't want the noise to pick up again.
Did you say there was beating?
Eating.
Oh, okay.
Crunchy,
Wow,
crunchy.
that was a loud crunch.
Yeah, that's why I had my mic muted.
Looking for a good picture of an atlas. Here's an example of, I guess, what they're kind of going for version of it. And let me find it awesome.
I remember seeing that box at the rental store. I don't know if I played it or not. Can't remember.
I remember the NES Mech Warrior, or the Super NES Mech Warriors, not being so great. They were basically
indeed not.
Well,
walk
the early
around,
Mech Warriors in general were
blow
pretty
things
shit.
up as objectives, usually without any explanation as to where they are,
No, I
and try not to overheat and run out of fuel.
played some on
Or
Xbox that were pretty awesome.
It was basically Desert Strike, only you're a mech.
Okay, so
Ah.
here is... So, for everyone, here is the awesome. And here is probably the sort of atlas that they were going for. Kind of. Ish.
Guess they just couldn't draw robots.
No.
They
no,
can't
they
draw
couldn't.
anything. Have you
Nope.
not been looking at the comics?
Hold on now. As if you copy these 2 pages over.
Yep. I guess we should read this panel and get it out of the way.
Yeah, go for it.
I think the man my next to see was already read.
Canvas
So
is
it's,
blind right now.
Yes, it is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting on Candrace.
Yeah, sorry, I thought somebody was still need to read that. Yeah, the old thermal coupling sock trick.
When my mech overheated on Zeta, I moved it to the water and blasted the enemy from there to stay cool.
Good thinking.
Ha, that's nothing. My Nexus overheated just this morning. No power, no weapons, no mobility, no ice in the fridge. All I had was a contract for 120,000 C bills, an old NP, and my hyper superior brain. Things were looking pretty dim.
So what did you do?
I was on the lava planet of Cawdor. So it's so hot there that even the ice cream boils mechs were closing in, and that's when I got inspired.
Ice cream boils rather easily.
Boy, that
Poor-
Ragnarok really has a happy face.
What?
Poor Zeta.
Did you make the turbines with nuclear coolant?
I'll bet you shunted your primary coils to
Nexus
auxiliary.
things, eh?
Nope. I bought enough sunscreen to cover
Maui.
Only
Not
120. What?
Maui.
Maui.
It's a
Okay.
place in Hawaii.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure that none of these mech names were consistent with anything else.
Well, they were consistent with the game on Super NES.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm pretty sure that that's kind of where they were taking the design from in the other games.
Poor
Anyway, go
Zeta. He
Wait,
got
what?
he got Virtual Bart.
I would imagine that the art for this comic came from the Super NES.
No, I
Or-
meant that the SNES ones were coming from those in the first place. Yes,
yeah,
I did. I didn't mean that the ones in the comic weren't coming from the SNES.
Mhm.
Anyway, go on.
Only 120,000 C bills.
Sounds like you still got burned.
Looks like you got cream too.
That's
The
the shittiest Really, sunscreen? That's what you go with? That would make your coolant worse.
So the tip was stand in water when.
Yes, that's actually a good tip because that's actually very relevant in the games.
Yep.
Batman!
Your mechs overheat crazy easily. And if they overheat completely, you're screwed. You just lose.
Well, no, you can cool down if you can vent.
Well, yes, but like what I'm saying, if you completely overheat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Though usually the simplest way to avoid that is just to not be using too much in the way of energy weapons,
Mm-hmm.
or put on way too many goddamn heat sinks.
So yes, now we need a Batman and a Catwoman, and random.
Oh God.
I'm gonna try Batman.
I'm Batman.
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, Batman.
Random access man? Really?
I'll be the reporter.
Oh, they're really doing Batman Returns. Oh shit! I can't believe Pest hasn't said anything yet.
Candace.
Yeah, I know. I got interrupted. When the bat and the cat fall flat, it's time for a real super guy.
Yeah, we have a lot of them.
I don't understand what's
Now we
going
need
on in this
blonde person.
comic.
It's stupid. Blonde person, go.
It's stupid.
It sure is.
It's Random Access Man. Hurry!
Hooray!
I think it's hooray.
Random Access Man, an obnoxious idiot by day, becomes a crime-stopping crusader when he runs out of quarters. He can do anything he's told, but can only remember one thing at a time, because that's totally a property of RAM. That makes total sense, because if it's random access, you totally would only be able to store one fucking thing.
Maybe he is like 1 bit RAM.
Then it's not RAM, because you can't randomly access only one thing.
Exactly.
This is more describing a processor register.
Oh, we are nerds.
Oh, we are nerds, we are nerds. Happiness, we are nerds.
Batman, go!
Look at us. Holy shit, we are nerds.
Shut up! Batman, go!
Remember, son, get yourself a cape and use the cape attack whenever a heart is in the area.
Cape attack. Hearts. Got it.
Don't listen to Batman.
Use the cape, now!
Use the cape. Don't listen. Use the cape. Don't listen.
Brilliant. He's paralyzed from the neck up.
Sometimes it's just too easy.
What?
Don't listen. Don't listen.
They hit him with 2 commands at the exact
No, I
same
got that part. I'm gonna be why are they now saying sometimes it's just too easy? What?
I'm sorry.
Because they
Apparently
think
they
it's
were, like-
annoying.
They're working together against him.
Why?
Because he's a douche.
Okay.
So, they're able to do Taz in a comic and not get sued
Yep.
by Warner Brothers?
Apparently so.
doing-
Well, they
Looney Tunes
did
now.
Batman, which is also Warner Brothers, so maybe they had some sort of deal going on.
Aww. Lily's sad about Catwoman, or more specifically, Eartha Kitt.
Huh?
I said Lily is sad about
Okay.
Catwoman.
Okay.
Why?
Ask her.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, yeah, Eartha Kitt died like 4 years ago, but
Yeah,
Well,
6
closer
years
to
ago.
6 now, almost.
it's been a while.
We might as well. We're actually almost done with the Nesters too.
We should hurry.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget there are 2 additionals.
Okay.
Okay.
Still, we've only
Okay.
got. Even with that, we've still only got 9.
Whoa, that guy in the third panel, is that Hitler in disguise? What the fuck?
I don't know, but I'm totally going to voice him as Hitler.
You know, now I have this vision of like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. It's like
We
I'm trying
are
to
on
think
a
of
tour!
a trans something's Hitler's in disguise.
Oh,
I just can't think of what they'd be. What they would be instead of Transformers.
Our bus broke
Trans
down!
Aldos.
Has anybody checked the gas chamber?
this is gonna be amazing.
Okay, let's
This
go.
is gonna be awesome.
Candrace, line read.
Yeah, I know. It's almost Taz's feeding time. He only eats the small yellow birds known as kiwis.
I thought he just gobbled up to everything.
Kiwis
We
aren't
haven't
yellow.
eaten in hours.
Have you spent thousands of hours observing the Taz, taking notes, filming his behavior, all while camouflaged as a sheep?
Seems you have had the wool pulled over your eyes. It's good joke, huh?
Ha 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 ha.
And kiwis are yellow when they're babies.
I wrote the book on Taz. There's nothing I don't know about him.
The only thing I want to read is a menu.
If it ain't yellow, it ain't dinner. Let me demonstrate.
Bon appetit!
I've already
Why am I
been
speaking the
waiting
French?
all day.
I should be taking him over instead. What is wrong? Ain't yellow, are you?
Put me down. I'm not a bird.
Don't desert us.
Taz love dessert.
I was gonna Dad love dessert.
That's a little closer.
It's a cute little baby kiwi.
Oh man.
Aw.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god, that is adorable.
It's so cute.
They're doing Link's Awakening.
Wait.
Really? That's what this is?
Oh.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh god, it's an owl.
It's that owl
It's
specifically.
Capra Gibra.
Wait a minute. So this is
Actually, no,
even
it's
worse
not
than the.
Gabora, because he exists in Zelda 64 there.
Then why does he have the same eyebrows?
He
Because
was just
all-
an owl.
He's
giant eyebrows?
Capra from the Game
There
Boy
was an owl
days.
in the game. It's just I don't think it's the same owl as
Yeah,
The
there
other
was
owl.
another.
He's the
Link's-
windfish.
That's the one from Link's Awakening.
Yes.
I
Link's
never
Awakening
felt so
takes place.
conflicted.
Link's Awakening takes place in a dream, so the owl itself is part of a dream, and therefore it can't be the real Gabora that
Right, but
actually exists.
he still looks very much like him.
I'm so
Mhm.
conflicted.
I'm pretty sure Kapora Gabora was actually inspired by this owl, but
Yeah.
probably.
in his design.
I mean, in one hand, we have a bird.
The
but
owl
on
was the
other hand,
guardian
it's
of the
adorable.
windfish's dream world. So,
They-
in essence, he was a part of the windfish himself.
The owl in Fox and the Hound looks the exact same. A lot of owls are drawn with those eyebrows.
That's because real life owls do have those eyebrow things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
prefer
the
the
one from-
owl.
They don't
the
have
one
them
from
quite as ridiculous as the one in the 3D games, though.
I like the owl
Secret
from
of Nim had
Secret
really
of
big
Nim.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
You know, I
Girl,
meant that the
beat me
ones in
to
real
it.
life don't have eyebrows as ridiculous as the ones in the game.
I don't
The
know. I
one
mean, you got like the there.
The one in Secret of Nim was scary as fuck.
But he was wise.
Anyway,
He still would have eaten them.
And then they had a
Go on.
sequel movie.
So who's going to be?
No, we don't ever fucking mention the sequel here.
No. No.
Sequel to
No.
Oh,
Never.
Wait
There
a minute.
was no sequel to Nim. There was a
there
knockoff.
totally was, unfortunately.
Obviously
Is that-
from
Wait a minute.
people who had no idea what the original was
Wait
about.
a minute. Is that another one I should buy and put into Oh God No Stack?
Yes, yes, it is.
That one,
Oh, yes, it is.
Hey,
Have
pal,
you ever
if
seen
I
it,
had
Art?
to, I've
Have
seen
you
the
seen
first
it,
Have you
one.
ever seen?
I haven't
Secret
seen
of
the
Nim 2,
second one.
Timmy
I've
to the
only heard
Rescue?
about. I've only heard about it. I haven't seen the second. I've seen
I
the
have
first.
it on VHS.
An
If I had it on
abomination.
DVD,
To Don
if I
Bluth.
had it on DVD, I would mail it to you. But I only have it on VHS.
You can
That's
find it real easy.
Is it
in
as
stores.
insulting as it looks, Vernon?
You can find it real easy in stores. They keep having like a twin pack.
I'm sure I can find.
Why? That's like having a twin pack of caviar and a small tin of diarrhea.
I'm sure I can find a really cheap copy for it, Vernon. I'll get it eventually.
Well, don't spend a lot of money on it.
It's like, here you go. We have this lovely filet mignon packaged with a small bit of poop.
Most
I
of
will
these
say
movies-
there are some good aspects to the movie. I'm not going to say what because I'm not going to ruin it since
And-
I think it is worth keeping that surprise. But there are
It's not-
some small redeeming factors.
It
It's
does
an
end.
abomination to Don Bluth.
Purple. Most of the
I thought
movies,
Don Bluth was actually involved in it. Let me see.
What Archon?
most of the movies I'm buying for the Oh God No Stack, I
Yes,
have that rule.
absolutely.
Not
Let's
too
see
expensive.
if Don Bluth was anywhere on the credits.
Because a lot of them I might end up destroying with a hammer.
Dom DeLuise was in it.
Now the
And
exceptions,
Eric Idle.
the ones I know,
And
I,
William H. Macy.
the ones I know I like and I want to have for.
Why are all these good people involved in something so terrible?
those.
Well, Don
I'll
DeLuise is
say a lot.
always in a Don Bluth movie, even if it isn't a Don Bluth movie.
Like Hercules.
Anyway, can we just get on?
Get on with it! Okay,
Yeah, somebody
I'll
has
voice
been
the
going
owl.
in the background for quite a while now, trying to get on with it.
Speaking of bad, terrible sequels.
No, we're not speaking of bad sequels, we're speaking of who?
Ooh. Well, another one maybe I should add is
Not now, Ark.
a sequel to Alpha and Omega.
If it's bad, sure, fine, whatever, move on.
They have several sequels to the Alpha.
Okay,
and
Nestor.
Omega.
Nestor, your line.
Yes, Candrace, go.
I'm Nestor. Who'd you expect, Blackbeard?
I expected Master Link, the hero of Hyrule.
Nah, you don't want him. He'd just pass out on you. I'm your man.
Well, then
Wait,
let's
this is-
go to the Tails Cave and begin the quest. We must take cover!
Spooky,
You
scary.
had a cover last month. Let me at him.
It wasn't that quick and easy to get to the first dungeon.
He who stands in the door to fight will overcome much greater might.
Very wise. Now, would you mind moving your tail? He who sits on another's head is asking for a sword sandwich.
Who? Me?
That didn't rhyme.
Yes.
Ooh.
Who totally rhymes with who?
And what is
this?
what?
What the fuck is
This-
this?
This robot guy
Racing.
is
What is
what?
this?
That
Rock-
is
Why
one
does
of
he
the
have an
characters
elite-
from Rock and Roll Racing that you can play as.
Why does he have an elite helmet?
How does his head fit in that thing?
Why does
Is
he wearing
he
an elite
human?
helmet?
Also, we need a new Nestor.
It's a rock and roll racing game, and they're not racing.
He's one of
They're
the
a system market.
Silverhawks.
That is
Well,
indeed
they're
a-
buying. A big part of Rock and Roll Racing is upgrading your cars, especially with the weaponry.
Roll a new Nestor. And I think we're gonna have to either go
like we're
default
gonna
with
need
whoever's
another
left,
Nestor.
or actually. I guess that's exactly how he looks in the game.
Yep.
Upper left.
Again, why is he wearing an elite helmet?
What is an elite helmet? What is that?
He means
referring
from
to?
Halo.
He means it
It's
looks
from
like a
Halo.
helmet of an elite from Halo, which wouldn't come out for another 8 years or so.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
We got oh my god no again.
Oh, goody.
I
I
It's
love
gonna
this
At
game.
least it won't
It's
be
gonna
me
be
this
me or
time.
Ark. It's gonna be me or Ark.
Candrace, it keeps it loves giving Candrace, even though we can't get Candrace again.
I'll do it.
Why did it?
It said oh my god no twice now.
What
never
does
You have to
that
do
mean?
double
before.
Toad voice.
That means that me and Belle have to voice him as Toad at the same time.
No.
Jesus
And it
Christ,
said
no.
Crystal, but we're not forcing Crystal to do Toad voice.
No.
We did Crystal a second time.
Your thing is broken, Beld.
It is working. It's just random. Hence the fact that it's a randomizer. I should probably just remove
Also,
Crystal
I
from
should
this at the
mention
moment
that
because it can't be her because we're not going to force her to do Toad voice.
in
Wait a
Rock and Roll Racing, Olaf is a secret character you can unlock with the button press combination, and he has the best stats out of all of them.
The best
Is the
stats.
button combination the Konami code?
No, it's not a
I
Konami
like
game.
I like that I'm not on this list.
The Konami code actually works in
very
a
fortunate.
surprisingly small amount of games.
And Squirrel.
I think it works on more websites.
Squirrel has to do Toad voice now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Although since we got
that's
Oh God No twice, that means that we also that Arklon will also have to do Toad voice later.
No. That's
You
not
do.
how that
There's
works.
going to be
No,
two more
What
comics.
that means is
Not
that
how that
Squirrel
works.
will do Toad voice for Nestor, and I will do Toad voice for the other guy.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, here we go.
Out of my way! There's a Blue Dot special! on bear claw mines in aisle 3.
Oh.
And I've got 2-for-1 coupon at Turtle Wax. So step aside.
Don't mess with me. I'm bad to the bone.
Oh yeah, I was born to be wild.
Charge!
I think it's the explosion next.
Kaboom!
Nestor looks like a girl in this picture. Just saying.
Oh.
Can I be amused at the...
Barraclaw mine.
Strategy, kid! I let the others take the early lead and blow each other up with missiles. Then I get out in front and drop these mines to slow them down. What did you need the turtle wax for?
Hey, to win, you gotta have a great finish.
Okay, so who wants to voice Luke Skywalker as Toad in the next one?
No.
Also, I think Zeta actually played that game.
Yeah, he has. I think he played. I forget if it was on both Super NES and Genesis. I think he might have gotten the Genesis version.
I beat Super Empire Strikes Back too, but at least it has a password system.
Why does the Wampa have ice breath?
Well, wait a
it
second. On that
has ice
character
breath
select
at the
screen, is
game.
that one of the characters from Lost Vikings?
Hi, Fox Mouse.
Right.
That's what I'm
what
wondering is why did they give the Wampa ice breath in the game? It doesn't breathe ice.
Because it's a video game and they have to make it tougher.
Exactly.
It is a boss after all.
True, I suppose.
You know all the bounty hunters you see just for like a few seconds in the movie? They make those like actual enemies in the game.
Well, that
Yeah,
you gotta
there's, like,
find enough
dozens
things
of
for
Spawn
bosses.
constantly.
Yeah, there's like dozens of each of them.
Ah,
Like
well, that's not
that-
so sensible.
Like that
Hello,
stupid robot,
Mouse and
IG-88 robot,
Hi,
because I
Zeta.
remember the name from the
Hi,
instructions.
Zeta. Hi, Mouse. You're now watching Nothing But Toad Voice.
Yep, we rolled Oh God No twice, so every character has a Toad
Oh.
voice.
Yes.
I
Actually, we
know.
rolled Old God
Do it
No
for
3
every-
times.
You don't have to do it for every comic.
We did actually
just
roll
for the
Old
next
God No
4.
3 times.
Okay, for the next 3 comics then, since it was
Yes.
rolled 3 times.
Yes.
So, who wants to do Toad Skywalker?
No.
Use the
belt.
toad, Luke. Use the
Well, you
toad.
should be the Toad
and
Skywalker.
Fowl, the Lost Vikings character you mentioned, that's the one I mentioned specifically. That was Olaf, the one that you
Yeah.
can unlock secretly.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was a Blizzard game, both of them.
I think this would have just been a claim back then, wouldn't it?
No, they were Blizzard. I think they were Silicon and Synapse originally. But yeah, they worked on Lost Vikings, Blackthorn, and Rock and Roll Racing.
And now they are stuck on doing WoW forever.
Pretty much.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Remember when WoW?
And
used to be
occasionally
a
pretending that they
strategy
care
game?
about something like Diablo.
Yep.
Or StarCraft.
Remember when World of Warcraft used to be a strategy game?
No, I don't think World of Warcraft was ever a strategy
I
game.
meant
No,
Warcraft.
Warcraft,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, Warcraft, yes.
Remember Warcraft 3? Can't
Blizzard
wait till
sure
they make
does.
a Warcraft 4.
Blizzard sure remembers Warcraft 3. That's where they're getting all their shit for World of Warcraft.
Do you remember the
And
days
there you go.
of Warcraft
That
3?
was their
Blizzard
original.
remembers.
That was their original logo when they were Silicon and Synapse.
It's a black box for me.
For me too.
I can click it. It shows a
That's
Brain.
sure is a logo.
Huh.
The brain with shades and sneakers in a hip guy position.
Anyway.
Considering that this is
Remember the
during-
90s? He'll
And considering,
remembers.
considering this was during like the mascot times, I'm surprised this thing didn't get a game.
What would it do?
Brain game!
It would be thinking really fast on its feet.
It's like Cool Spot, only
Because that's
wrinklier.
all it could do.
It's Cool Spot's grandma.
Yes. It's liver spot.
Nice. That was actually a good build.
And yeah, that's the thing, Marth, that Chitango functions differently for everyone. Some people get black boxes, some people get plain links, other people see the image. It's
Anyway,
funky that way.
Somebody read Luke Skywalker as Toad.
Oh,
You.
Luke Sky Toad.
Also, mute your mic if you're going to be smacking things around your desk, whoever that is.
can I mute my earphones?
No.
Your
you must-
earphones?
My earphones.
You have air horns? That's what you're listening to us on?
Fine, owl voice, Luke.
Do you know how to handle an ice wall by Mister?
Damn it! Foul!
With gloves, right? I jump and spin over. It's freezing breath, and then whack it with my lightsaber. Don't you mean cut it and then cauterize? Can't whack it. God damn it!
You can totally whack a thing with a lightsaber!
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Freezing breath. Maybe you should slip an atomic fireball.
That's you again.
You lost points for sloppy form. Can you take this one?
Yeah, why don't we stop that?
No.
Can walkers walk? Can Java slaughter? Can Wookiees shed?
I'm gonna warn you again.
Well, what's going on here is that we have to do the Toad voice.
And you're gonna get kicked in the butt.
Squirrel's gonna get kicked.
What?
Would you like to be kicked in the back?
No, I would not like to be kicked in the back. But I have to do the Toad.
2 more lines there.
The randomizer selected Squirrel as the Toad voice, and it selected Toad voice very emphatically and selected him as the person who would have to do it.
We'll make this the last one since it's bothering one of his sisters. I know.
All right.
Autumn.
Sounded like
Last 2 lines.
This probably doesn't look so hot. Perfect form. I'd give it a 9. Oh, that's cold.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay, I guess we'll roll a new voice now.
Okay.
Well, I
For
do
the
a
last
different-
3 comics.
I can do it.
Well,
at
there's
once.
somewhat more. There's actually 5 comics left. So let's see if Arklon has to do Toad voice.
Oh, Jesus. I can just feel Arklon just welling up in terror.
As if 1,000 Toad voices rose up in protest
Seemed
and then
at
were
once.
suddenly silenced. And
Oh,
no, Arklon is actually spared Toad voice.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm talking about.
I got spared Toad voice more than you know. I
Dude,
quit
Pepper
the
Potts.
call.
This
I quit
is
the call.
essentially the
Nobody
same thing.
noticed.
Hey,
yes.
you even get the Jurassic Park comic arc.
No. This isn't Jurassic Park. Where's all the flamethrowers?
Yeah, we
That would imply that any of us could, that would imply, especially me, that I could even remotely come close to an old British woman voice.
I quit the call. I expected-
Never.
Oh dear, what can the matter be?
Wait, I'm doing Nestor now?
Yes, you are Nestor. And you are spared doing Toad voice for Nestor.
Yay! Luck. Okay.
We just have to do Toad voice for everyone else to make up for it.
No! Where did that come from? Alright.
Well, we have to make sure that everyone gets their daily dose of Toad.
I think we've gotten plenty, thank you.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as too much Toad, is the thing. The daily
Well,
dose of Toad
yes,
means as
there
much Toad as you can possibly
There
consume.
is such thing as Toad overload.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Nope.
Toad
There isn't
overload.
enough Toads until there is literally no toad room other than Toads.
What happened? You run out of Barney Chow?
Is that supposed to be Dr. Hammond?
Oh my god, it
It's
doesn't
supposed to
look
be
like him.
Dr. Grant.
Oh, yeah, Grant's what I mean.
That doesn't even look like Grant.
It's other guy who is not any licensed character.
Oh, okay, it's random character.
Doctor.
Yeah.
But where's all the flamethrowers?
Dr. Stand-in.
Where's all the pyros?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Doctor Who.
Anyway, go on.
Waiting for the doctor to say his lines about dinosaurs.
Someone read.
Who's voicing the doctor?
Ooh, ooh, ooh! I can. You wanna know why? Because I get to do that voice.
What?
That voice. I don't know.
I don't know.
Go for it, Squirrel.
Oh.
We lost power, and a few of the dinosaurs broke out. These are wild animals. That's why we need prods.
Well, for wild ones, you just weaken them and then throw a Pokeball.
Yeah, we haven't heard that voice in a while. Matter of fact,
Let's hope you get
we haven't read a new Game Destroys in a while either.
Oh, that's right. Have we? I don't think we've been poking Fernan very strongly.
We forgot. I honestly think we forgot about Game Destroyers.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Let's do Jurassic Park, bitches.
If it were set in New York, it would be Jurassic Park.
Smack, 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 smack.
I live in New York.
Belt's Jewish.
Yes. Anyway,
Who's
Go
Nestor?
ahead, Ark.
Ark.
This
you
thing
might
wouldn't.
need
This thing wouldn't stop the Energizer Bunny.
You shouldn't have done that. Fiend!
Trained to sneeze on you. What? Oh, Nestor actually asked that question.
We had a date on Letterman.
You trained them to sneeze on command?
I think those were supposed to be read the other way around.
Oh well.
Stay near the trees where it's safe.
Why? More stupid dinosaur cracks?
No! That's why we serve the T-Rex's lunch.
Can he see us?
Sure. He just hates vegetables.
is it me or is Nestor's hair getting more and more bizarre with every comic?
It looks like it is.
And, well, they just happening to be making a joke about his hair right
It
now.
looks like a
Phil.
Sonic ripoff.
At this point, he kind of does.
No, it's well.
I guess my carrot top finally paid off.
Nestor
His
the
hair
Hedgehog,
always-
original character. Do not steal.
His hair always had sort of a strange flair to it, but it got more
Not at
ridiculous
this
over
size. He
time.
looks like a rooster now.
Yeah, it's been growing in size. Like the last-
Holy
Now,
shit,
who-
all of a sudden, completely different art style.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
because this is like 10 years later.
Now,
And
who
the
is
last comic.
Maxwell?
Well, hold on,
This
like
is
I
also
said,
the last comic.
two more. Because I forgot two. Initially.
Where are they?
Posting them. Hold on, give me time.
Okay, so we got this one, which
Why
holy,
does he
what
have
the
a
fuck?
virtual boy?
And
Anime.
then this one, what the fuck?
Holy, what?
Anime.
Why does he have a virtual boy?
Holy
The
what?
fuck?
Holy what?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Click on the ones that I just linked in Skype.
Oh.
That's the ones
Oh, these-
from the 20th anniversary. Then the
Well,
final
what-
two.
Okay, so what about these other two? They look a lot older.
The other final two, the other very last two, are from the very last issue.
So which order should they be done in?
Think about it. Could the 20th anniversary come after the last issue?
Yeah, no.
There you go.
Ah. Okay, so let's read the terrible-looking ones first.
It's anime, man.
Which would be which ones? They all look
The
kind of
ones
terrible.
Fernan linked in the...
Yeah, 77
Chat.
and 78 linked in
Okay.
Skype.
Yeah, I got those. Just give me 1 second. I just saved them. Okay.
Yeah, you may want to rename the other two, the final two, as 79 and 80.
Well, I'm just going to backtrack to them after.
Okay.
Anyway.
And somebody gets to be Nestor's kid.
Who doesn't look like a kid.
Wait, Nestor has a kid now?
Apparently.
Well, it's 20 years later. He was, what do we want to say, he was like 12 or 13 in the Nestor's Adventures, so...
He'd be 32.
I'm not sure I feel Nestor's responsible enough to have a child.
Well, actually not exactly 20 years later, but you know, like...
Enough for him to grow up and have a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming
Looks
he
like
could
a
find a
teenager.
woman who would actually be willing to get anywhere near him for any length of time.
Apparently, he had to become really, really bad anime knockoff Nestor in order to catch
Yeah,
a
I
date.
don't know. Remember, Ego Raptor got married.
Okay? Being internet
Ego
famous will help with
Raptor's
that.
not Nestor.
Let's just
Yeah.
read this
Indeed.
thing. Get it over with.
Just go. Someone go. I don't care who. Just
Okay.
someone read his child.
So, Maxwell. Little Nestor.
Hey, Dad, check out Nintendo Power's 20th anniversary issue just came.
I'm going to give him a real gravelly voice here. Make him sound like Solid Snake or something.
What? It's been 20 years already?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, all the old systems are in here. Hey, did I ever tell you they named the NES after me? It was originally called the Nintendo Entertainment System. Top Entertainment Radical or something like that.
They used entertainment twice.
You know, in the good old days, we couldn't use the internet to solve everything. We had only our brains and lightning-fast reflexes and hotlines.
Then what were all your old strategy guides for?
Oh, those were my pride and joy. Every Nintendo Power Player's Guide ever made. I also hold the record for the most calls to the Nintendo Game Counselor hotline.
That's not a positive thing.
Hotline? What's so great about needing a bunch of super geeks to tell you how to beat a game?
Hey, watch the name calling. That's how I met your mother.
Really?
Yeah, I called her names.
Whoa, look at these old games. I can't imagine ever playing without motion control.
Apparently his son is literally brain damaged. Because who the fuck wants to play anything with motion control ever?
Hey, the NES invented motion control. Behold, the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Well, not
That
like
looks pretty dorky, Dad.
Oh yeah? Say that again after you've seen this baby in action in the greatest movie of all time. The
Yep,
Wizard.
Dad, I'm gonna go play
Try to
Connect.
play freaking Super Mario Bros. With the Power Glove.
It
Notice
just
he's
doesn't
even
happen.
wearing Mario colors.
I like how Nestor is literally, he's like 32, he's managed to get married, and he's still a creepy weirdo, even then.
Uh-huh. 100 minutes and countless product placements later.
I still get goosebumps when they play Super Mario Bros. 3 at the end. That reminds me, I've got the Super Mario Bros. Movie around here somewhere too.
Wow,
It wasn't
he's a
titled
freak.
Super
Hey,
Mario Brothers.
What's
It's
that
just titled
over
Mario
there?
Brothers.
It's the
What?
most
The
terrible-
Virtual Boy? You know what this is? It's what you use to play those copies of Nestor's Funky Bowling that I gave you every Christmas.
Yeah, of course.
Stay on Santa's nice list. There's plenty more where those came from.
And Nintendo gave him all of them.
Here, we gonna play some card or what?
All right. Let's just see if you could beat me without using a
Lava pow block?
Lame.
Lame. Okay, I could barely read that.
lame pow block this time.
Which I agree, the power block
You
is
know how
okay.
to dodge those, right? When the block shrinks to the smallest size, just make the wheel like you're... Just shake the wheel like you're doing a trick. Oh, man, that phone. Just shake the wheel like you're doing a trick. You lose items but won't slow down. What?
Just making sure you aren't wearing a bow tie. My son, the game genius. It must run in the family. Let's race.
Get on, Dad.
Blue shells OP.
Oh, that was terrible.
Now for one
Dad,
that's not so
no one
bad.
wants to play Wii. We want to play Connect.
You know, this one is.
I wouldn't want to play either of them. Motion
This
controls
one
are terrible.
has more feels.
Motion controls are good.
I'll be Maxwell this time.
Jesus, Nestor is literally the nerdiest nerd ever. He was reading Zelda tips to his kid at bedtime. What? Jesus! Worst parent ever!
Shall we start?
What the hell is this?
Ow.
It is what?
That image Alu linked, Hester, apparently. The female Nestor.
Huh.
Well,
Gender bender.
Nestor apparently getting a bald spot there.
I can only assume that's from Nestor's Funky Bowling, but I have no idea. Oh yeah, going by those shoes, I would hope so.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like they're holding a bowling ball, so I assume so.
And that's how I met your mother. We got it on at the bowling alley.
Oh God.
Well,
Yeah,
any
apparently
age
she
weight
is a
trash
character. in
family has
Nestor's
begun that
Funky
way.
Bowling.
Anyway,
Go ahead and start.
someone.
Alrighty. I thought I'd find you in here.
Someone going?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just waiting for
We heard
someone
you.
to take...
Oh,
We just
yeah, somebody
never
else did
tried.
Nestor. He doesn't have the gravelly snake voice in this comic.
Hey, Vernon, why don't you do the last Nestor ever?
Okay. Oh, hey Max. I'm just following away this month's issue of Nintendo Power. Can't believe it's the last one.
Yeah, me neither. You've been reading Nintendo Power for a long time, haven't you, Dad?
Since the start. And I've still got every issue, all in mint condition. Well, except for the posters I tore out.
Which issue is your favorite?
Oh, that's easy. The first one I used to read the first one. I used to read the Zelda tips to you at bedtime. You remember?
Level 9 is under a rock in the 6th screen from the left on the top.
That's my boy.
Super creepy and weird. Just like his father.
That's my boy, super nerd.
Dad, are you gonna take the posters down now?
We kind of need to paint the wall. It's been about 15 years.
What? No. Why would I?
Do you think you'll ever read the first issue again?
Yeah, of course.
Then none of this is really going away, is it? I mean, Nintendo Power had a great run, and you finished it. And you've got it all right here. It's like when you finish a great game. You're kind of sad to see it end, but really proud and happy too. You know what I see when I look at this final issue? 100% completion.
Achievement unlocked.
Maximum nerdery ever.
I'm pretty sure someone actually has done this. Just saying.
Well, yes, I'm
What?
sure someone does have every issue of Nintendo Power.
I'm sure thousands of people do.
Maybe not
Not that
all
rare.
of them in mint condition, though.
True.
Come
I had,
on,
like-
Dad. You
I like
Yeah.
how his hair being retarded is genetic, by the way.
Yeah.
At least his son has an excuse, because he's basically wearing the baseball cap to hide it. To make it look like it's just the fault of the baseball cap as opposed to genetic.
Well, look at his mom. Of course she's gonna get it.
Yes, I know.
Come on, Dad. Let's go play some new Super Mario Brothers U.
You got it. Think you could play some platforms to help you get past those spits again?
I won't let you fall, Dad.
Now the fun part. How many things can you name? I see the
Super
Zelda map.
Metroid.
Yep, Metroid, Mega Man 3, Super Mario RPG. I don't know.
It
about
looks
that.
like
Oh,
Castlevania 3.
Ah, yes, you're right. And then I believe that's either Final Fantasy or one of the Dragon Warrior maps. We got the Zelda map on the left. Obviously the old Nintendo busting through the wall because
It
poster.
was extreme.
Star Fox.
And Star Fox right next to it.
Yep.
I see the history of the consoles, I think.
I think that's Contra.
Might be. Yeah, we got Star Fox there, Virtual Boy, one of the Nestor Awards, back when Nintendo Power would do yearly awards for best graphics, best sound, best story, etc., etc.
And so the goal was to not get the Nestor?
Oh, what else do we have?
See, there's
Looks
a
like
suspicious bow tie.
Bow
a
tie.
Wario mustache. Yep, the bow tie.
Power Glove.
The Power Glove, obviously the Claymation first issue.
There's
Yeah,
the
Super Mario
Super
Brothers
Scope.
Yep. There's a rock and roller down there. The NES Advantage.
His girlfriend in the picture, I think.
Oh my god, it's the Game Boy comic.
Wow!
What?
Where?
Right
next to
there.
the NES Advantage.
Oh boy.
Trying to figure out what that one next to it is, but
The original Nintendo Player's Guide. The Super Scope.
mhm.
I don't know who that picture of the guy with the king is.
And I can't identify anything about the shirt. It just looks like a gray blob.
What was the orb thing again?
Orb thing?
Yeah, the
Orb
crystal
thing.
ball on the
Virtual
left.
Boy.
Oh, orb thing.
And seriously, mute your mic, whoever is banging stuff around on the desk.
I have
Dang.
no idea what the orb thing is, actually.
I also see like things like diplomas or something.
Yeah, I'm
You
not sure
graduated top of your class as a retarded gamer.
Yeah, even looking at the previous page where it's not in the dark, it's very hard to say.
I think it says Final Fantasy on it.
They had a big ass ball thing for Final Fantasy?
Well, in the very first Final Fantasy game, the crystals were translated as orbs of light over here.
Right, but they sold
Actually-
actual orbs of light for that?
I see
Actually,
Conan the Barbarian.
looking at it, it does look like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it probably
Huh.
is. Huh.
And that's probably not
Maybe
Conan
that.
Barbarian. That's probably Curious or whatever
That's
his name
probably
is.
what it
Wizard
is.
of Warriors.
And actually, that is his girlfriend in that picture.
Okay. Oh, here we are. I think I could. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
50.
I've got part of the name here. It's Word.
It was part of a Nintendo Power contest. Only 50 of them were made. Final Fantasy Crystal Orbs.
So
Guess
what's
one sold
Word?
on eBay for $250,000, and that's the only story I can find on it.
That's
Oh
ridiculous.
no, somebody was wanting $250,000. Don't know if it ever sold for that.
Okay, that makes more
Probably
sense.
not.
Yeah, no.
What's that thing next to the NES Advantage?
The thing on the left?
Yeah, it looks like something you stand on.
That is the rock and roller.
Oh, I remember seeing that on Angry Video Game Nerds review. The
There were
NES
so
accessories.
many dumbass peripherals for the NES.
Oh, seriously, they did. But yeah, they
Wow, that
did
is
used to
cool.
advertise for all of them in
NES
Nintendo Power.
NES accumulated dumbass peripherals. Meanwhile, Sega accumulated a stack of like 15 things you shove on top of the console.
Yep.
At least those worked better than the dumbass peripherals, though.
Tis true, tis true.
The rock and roller.
The 32X.
A roll and rocker, sorry.
Even the 32X worked better than like the rock and roller or the dumbass pad.
And
And
Dark
of
is
course-
definitely right. The back of the door is definitely Kuros from Wizards and Warriors. Possibly the Fabio version from Wizards and Warriors 2.
That would be
but it's hard to
amazing.
say.
If that was the one, that would be amazing.
At least the Wii doesn't have 50,000 add-ons that are actual separate controller
It
things
just
that
has
don't work right.
50,000 shovelware games.
Yes.
Or like that one that the AVGN did show in that video. The thing that's just a piece of plastic that you stick the controller into. No electronics, no wires, no sensors.
Oh yeah, it's like supposed to be some speed pad or something.
At least it reliably works, which is more than you can say for most of the NES things.
Of course,
it
now that
was
I'm thinking on it, the Wii did have all those things. Like, you could stick the Wiimote into a plastic baseball bat or plastic tennis racket.
That's a good point. But at least, again, since it was all just taking the actual Wiimote, it would reliably work for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which we
So
could
again-
never say about the NES gimmicks. They would never work.
Because it's just a hunk of plastic.
I know, that's what it is. You can't go wrong with that.
You can
Of course,
break
then
open
there
the
is-
Wii remote.
There's the Konami U-Force. I want to know how the hell that thing works.
U-Force?
Well,
It-
there was also the PlayStation peripheral that allowed you
Oh,
to
that
have
thing
four-
that looked like
four
a
controllers.
freaking half of a Battleship game.
Yeah, that.
With a handle on it. Yeah, this thing. Here, I found a picture.
You remember the thing that you had to put on your PlayStation? If you wanted to have 4 controllers?
Oh, jeez, those things. Multi-taps. So many, like, every console that didn't have...
And like, the weird thing is that thing was not the bottom part of the stick just rests in a hole. There's
Yeah, the
no,
bottom
no
part is
wires, no
just-
nothing connected.
What are you talking about here?
multi-tap.
The picture that I linked.
U-Force.
I have a PS2 multi-tab.
It
How does
had
that
sensors that... That's what I'm asking. It
I
had, like,
think it had to be some
infrared-
sort of magnet sensor or something.
It was
Yeah.
no infrared. It is
Infrared.
actually basically the same way that the actual Wii works.
Huh.
It is
surprised
just
I
a
didn't see
really,
it.
really,
And that came
really
out in
shittier
the
work.
NES times.
Yes, well,
And
that's
that
also
thing
kind of
really
how the
worked.
Power Glove
So
worked.
cute.
It's not
the U-
new technology. It's just that until recently, the computers weren't powerful enough to actually make it work right.
That and the idea on how to set up the sensors was terrible back in the day.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
Like the Power Glove. Let's go ahead and set this big old blocky thing on top of your TV that doesn't balance on it.
And let's then make
Oh.
sure that there isn't like an add-on processor to actually handle all of the computations needed to make this shit work.
Or the
Yeah,
Virtual
they-
Boy, which just didn't work, period.
The Virtual
The
Boy
Virtual
worked.
Boy worked. It just gave you migraines.
Yes, the Virtual Boy did exactly what it was advertised to do, in the sense that it gave you 3D effect. It did exactly what it said it would do.
Just,
And-
eye blood red.
Yes, exactly. It just didn't. It was just far too early for. Again, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
it
A lot of
was way
Nintendo
too
shit is
bulky.
way too early for when it actually is doable.
Like if they took the kind of screen quality that you can get from a 3DS and put that in a headset that could actually, wrap on your head and not feel like you're wearing a 10-pound weight, that would actually work.
Yes.
We do have it. It's called the Oculus Rift, which now has boob capabilities, if you know what I mean.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I know that. I know about that.
What do you mean boob capabilities?
People have made boob
Oculus
add-ons, so it
Rift.
looks like you have eye boobs.
Okay, why?
Oculus Rift.
Why?
Steering away from that, the Power Glove sensors were actually a trio of sensors that you had to balance not just on top, but also on the side of your television set.
It never worked.
Nope.
I think actually, from what I've heard, if it is possible to connect it to a PC, and it actually works decently well when you do.
What?
The problem was that it couldn't actually handle the processing.
Are you serious?
Well, yes,
So,
you can
I got a
connect
question.
anything to
If
a
you-
PC with enough effort.
You were actually able to splice on a USB connector.
I don't know if it
connector
was
to
USB.
Would you
I think
actually
it
be
may
able
have
to make
been.
it work on a computer now?
Sure, why not? You just have someone just has to write a driver.
Run a driver, wire it up so that it's sending all the signals through the USB port, and yeah, I don't see why not.
And in that instance, you could actually see this on Kickstarter. Let's bring back the Power Glove. Power Glove.
Well, they
Super-
did make Power Glove oven mitts on Kickstarter.
Oh
that is-
yeah. I want those other mitts now.
No, sorry, it was
Hey.
How
Indiegogo.
much would you pay for a new Power Glove?
Totally random, but
1
looping
cent.
back to that thing from earlier. Hold on, let me transfer the link over to the other computer.
Psycho
I can
Fox.
post it in the chat.
You really
instead
need to switch it so that your mic doesn't adjust up when you're not speaking, because that's what it sounds like it's doing.
Yes, that's exactly what it's doing.
No.
So she has the opposite problem of Candrace.
Pretty much.
Yep. It's
Okay,
easy. She's
so-
very new to all this streaming stuff, so it'll take her a while to get used to all these things. And
Yeah, pretty much go into your recording device settings on Windows, double-click the microphone you're using, and under Advanced, make sure that Allow Applications to take exclusive control of this device is always switched off, because there's no reason to ever have that on.
What was that? And apparently the Power Glove uses ultrasonic tracking. Interesting.
Ooh.
But yeah, that
apparently, so the
sensor was
way-
just so
With
retarded.
bats. So you could actually make it communicate with bats.
No,
You could make it annoy bats, I guess.
but there are
Do
apparently.
the same thing as blowing an air horn at them.
So apparently, all you need is you can basically build a link box which has basically a microcontroller in it, which then spits out raw glove data to a serial port.
What is this?
linking back to that thing I was talking about earlier, that
Oh,
will
the
be
Venom
one
Planet.
of the covers for that upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy comic where they go to the Venom Planet.
Awesome, awesome.
Yet all the symbiotes.
Why is
look
Howard
like
the
Venom.
Duck not in this comic?
How have they not A, either assimilated with each other, or B, not killed each other?
Because they're
Well,
an
they're
actual
symbiotes,
race
so
of
they're all the
beings.
same species.
Yeah.
That would be like seeing a bunch of tigers together and wondering the same question.
The legitimate question that people are asking is, why do all these Venom other symbiotes have the spider symbol on their
I was
chest?
about to say that.
Yes.
That
And
is
why
a
do
much
they all
bigger
look like they're bonded to humans or
Wait,
humanoids?
do they have the spider symbol on their chest?
They
Yeah,
all have spiders
basically.
on their chests.
Yeah, oh, I
Yeah.
see.
And web-shaped stuff.
Because
See, the
some
Venom
of them,
symbiote didn't get the spider until it became Spider-Man's suit.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, wait, is that a spider or
Before
is
then,
that
it was
something
just
else?
A black blob.
Because it looks like kind of a spider, but not exactly. Like the
Well,
one in the
some of them
center.
have-
Well, it's alien spider, but still.
My question is the symbiote planet actually like some sort of parasite that came from space and infected the entire planet or something?
We
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
We may find out.
No, absolutely
when
nothing
this-
about it until
Yeah,
the
this-
issues come out.
This is the very first time that anybody is going to be visiting the home planet of the Venom symbiote.
MTV News, you hear it first.
Anyway,
Unless
now
it's
that we have
music.
finished with Howard and Nestor, guess what it is time for?
To sleep?
No.
Oh god, it's time for aliens.
Yes!
What are you talking about, aliens?
The
Alien.
game.
We were
Spice
playing
Sega.
Aliens
Oh,
Colonial
God.
Marines.
What?
I
I'm
had locked
confused.
that out of my mind.
You have.
But
We are
Smokey's
going
not
back
here.
in. Even so, we can still do it. We have 3 out of the 4 players.
Wait,
We only
wait.
have 1 retarded AI person.
Wait, what game were you playing?
Aliens, Colonial Marines.
Colonial Marines.
Oh, the one everybody hates.
Yes.
There's a
The
reason.
one
Right.
that nearly killed my computer just by installing it.
Oh shit!
I guess it's.
Where do you guys get that from? Steam?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I hope you guys didn't pay too much for that.
$15.
That's not. That's too much.
Yes, it is. But it's
When I
enough
look
for
at this-
comedy.
Yes, it's worth it for the comedy.
When I look at this Sega game called Psycho Fox, I don't get Sega. I get early NES.
Okay.
These graphics look like shit for a
I want
Sega.
Psycho Fox, a Sega Master System game.
I want to play
They
the
still have
Alien
no
game.
excuse.
That's
But
Sega
the
Master
Sega Master
was
System
released
was-
around the same time as the NES.
Exactly.
Psycho Fox is a Sega Master System game, and the Master System was not as powerful as the Genesis.
Yes, it was the NES to the Genesis's SNES.
It was slightly better than the NES in terms of graphics, not in terms of sound, really, but. And it had a faster processor.
And that problem continued on even in the Genesis.
The thing
No,
with
seriously, the Sega Master System was actually almost the exact same specs as the Game Gear.
That's why there's like an adapter, I think, which you can use to play all of one of them on the other. I don't remember which on which.
I think there was an adapter to put the Master System games on the Game Gear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Game Gear was slightly more advanced.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
I think it
thing
had a
with
larger
the
color palette. That was it.
the thing with Sega releases is that they even before the days of Saturn and Dreamcast, they were churning out consoles like crazy. The very same day that Nintendo really first released the Famicom, Sega released the Sega SG-1000. And I'm going to grab any old game. Come on. Oh, the page, will you? What are you doing to me, Google?
I'm going
Wait a second, Psycho Fox. This is the exact same. Yeah, this was made by the same people who made what's that one? The
Kid
Head
Cool.
game.
And
Kid Cool, yeah, and
I like Kid Cool.
So give me a minute while I stop